car. definitely keep gambling on his arrival time. I'm sure he'll be here soon. Oh wow, and everything is still all goofed up. Somehow everything's in the wrong spot. Eric become Eric and Renaissance somehow got mixed up in the order. Let's fix that. There we go.
These was transposed.
Welcome everybody to the Ark on the wonderful Heathen Cantina. We appreciate you joining us tonight. We have another wonderful game of D&D lined up. Last week, the party was able to escape from underneath the vault, where they encountered a ball-bearing golem that was released to them, or released at them rather, by the Domo who runs the vault, as well as leader of Arcanatrol, who's down there speaking with him, Dolly Folletto. After the party barely escaped that, as they had been exhausted because they had been down in the sewers and fighting their way up through crypts of this space that they found. The party headed home, got some rest, woke up the next day, read the newspaper, ran around town trying to collect some information. Spoke with Isaiah Windsong, had a new collar that had been put on her by the city guard as well as Arcanatrol to stop her from being able to take her were-owl form. Mayor Deep Pockets made his first proclamation to the town in assassination attempt. Was not as friendly with the party as he had been in the past, and it appears as blaming the shifters for the assassination attempt. Party went back home after doing all of this, Tabitha now going off to school to the States, and everybody went to go rest for the night after finished off with Godric's party, isn't that correct?
The wake, right?
We're
at Godric's wake.
That's where we ended the night, was the end of Godric's wake, where everybody had gone home to get some sleep, whether that's Waters Towers for some, House Proudless for others. That's where we left off. One thing we didn't announce at the end of last week's game, and I want to make sure everybody at home knows about, was that the party did level. We are now level 5. So before we...
And there was great rejoicing. Yay.
Before we start off with some story of, that night, morning, everybody's going to level, everybody's going to have a full night's sleep, but we're going to tell a little bit of story on that. But before we get into that, we'll go and introduce the 4 people who we have playing with us tonight. We're waiting for the 5th, but we'll start in the top left-hand corner, Morgan. I'm just going to keep saying the opposite word first. So Morgan,
I'm a
top
people.
left corner.
Hey everybody, Asmo Daniker here. Playing Morgrim and Moonhaven. I'm excited to see what 3rd level spells are like from a druid standpoint. I went with one that's an old favorite and one I have never cast in any game ever. I'm excited. The DM's muted. I can keep going. Oh wait.
What spell is that?
I guess we're gonna see. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like surprise.
It'll be a surprise.
So we also started a few weeks ago doing get to know you questions at the beginning of the game to kind of get to know the players, that nature. Tonight's more of a player question. Any game, any genre, Morgrim, what was your favorite MacGuffin? One thing that your character wanted to make sure they got, they saved, what have you? What is the one MacGuffin that stands out above all the others?
I don't know. I'm not on the receiving end of MacGuffins very often. I'm often forever DM.
Which is the favorite you've ever used?
I ripped off the 5th element for the quarterstones and stashed those around my world to keep the elemental planes at bay, or use them as a rapid transit system and unmake creation like a Rubik's Cube. Yeah, that happened. I don't know. I like when there's I like fetch it quests that give you something that's usable until such time as you have to bring them all together to unlock the portal, stop the god, save the world, all that. And I like it when they're of an elemental nature.
All right, and then next we have Norval Waters right below Morgrimmon.
Who's that?
That's you.
Me?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Pretty sure. So
That's what it
MacGuffins.
says. Yes.
It's a
One
tough
of your
question.
favorite MacGuffins, either as a character, player, DM.
I remember, I think as a DM, like way back in the early days, when I was a youngin', I had read the Complete Book of Swords by Fred Saberhagen. Great fantasy series. But they had all these like super cool like swords in them, like Far Slayer and Backbiter and stuff, and they had like these awesome like abilities. So of course I ripped it off and like made a bunch of adventures and made swords that were just like them, that were totally broken and didn't work with the game. But I remember it was super fun,
Usually breaking the game is like one of the best parts.
Yeah.
It's just a one-way trip, that's all.
But I haven't I don't know, like recently MacGuffins, like the ones I use are not as important. They're just little temporary MacGuffins that just kind of move the plot along. I don't usually have like one big overarching
Small size.
thing. Yeah. So I never know what's going to happen from one session to the next. So you got to keep it small.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. And then next, Rasan. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Looking forward to getting back in the session. Especially stoked that we're up to 5th level now. Seems like everybody got some neat stuff.
Yeah, fifth level is fun. Get some little special nifties.
Yeah. Probably my favorite MacGuffin would be as a player. It's a hard question, but I have to go with Core's Immortal Flame.
That was pretty fun. I forgot about that.
The MacGuffin. Basically, it gave basically you infinite life. So that was kind of fun.
I just remember burning from a lot of acid.
Well, it depends on what Core's Immortal
that was round
Flame.
2. That was
We were
that
playing
was the
D&D at
second
the same
party.
time, Tom.
No, I mean it depends on the DM.
Well, Judd ran ours, Core's Immortal Flame.
Did you fight xenomorphs?
We played football at one point in time.
No.
Yeah.
And if you did you have a pulse rifle? No,
I was
you had
in
a
on
magical
that. Yeah, I
hand
was
axe.
in that.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, I was in that. I remember everyone wanted to leave really soon, like after the first encounter.
In the
everyone's
first
like,
after
"Fuck
the
this."
first encounter, yeah, that's almost in unison. Everyone said that. Fuck this.
Yep, they can keep
Well,
it. I said.
All right. Next, let's move along. Oswald, how are you doing today?
I'm feeling great, fantastic. I'm happy to be here.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I think I did take a level of rogue. I was kind of thinking that I'd be able to pop do some sneak attack damage, like sucker punch with my fists, but the rules don't read like that. So I'm thinking that he's going to be changing his modus operandi in combat, because he definitely, he knows how to throw drunks out of a bar, but fighting monsters is an entirely different skill set. And my favorite MacGuffin was probably Baby Princess Buttercup. So for the viewers, there was a campaign that Popcat was running where this child of destiny, all these nefarious forces were after this baby, and one of the players in our group nicknamed her Princess Baby Buttercup. The baby. And so we always like party following the baby. And then I had lost like a string of characters. So in an effort to gain plot armor, I asked Pop Kev if I could play that baby after she had been magically forced to grow. Like basically the bad guys took the baby, put her in a stasis kind of thing and magically matured her so that she would be ready to be the vessel of power that they were trying to make her into. So I asked to play that character, and that character became, a favorite character of mine, woven into the lore in a different level. So that's definitely my favorite MacGuffin.
You're a monster.
I like that. That's the MacGuffin
Not you.
picked because I like that. That's the MacGuffin you picked because you made me having to answer a lot easier. Because honestly, that was one of my favorite ones as well. Not only that, but every session began with, "Okay, who's in charge of the baby?
Right.
Who's going to take care of the baby this week?"
Who's
When
holding
Yeah,
Tom-
I remember
yeah,
that. That
when-
was my second one. That was my second MacGuffin.
So what was the
Well,
penalty for carrying the baby? You couldn't take reactions or something?
There were a couple
Mhm.
things you could use if there
Does the baby
was
count as
a-
partial cover?
No, the well, sort of. When you made saving throws, you could choose to take full damage instead of half damage, so that the baby took none. There were a handful of rules that happened with area effect spells and things of that nature. Some dexterity saving throws were a little bit more difficult because you were carrying the baby and stuff like that. The baby wasn't that heavy, so we didn't really mess with movement at all. I mean, it's a baby.
Baby could cast Stinking Cloud once per short rest.
Something just happened to the screen.
A Tarek.
A Tarek. Oh, let's see if we
Who
can
had
get this.
851?
A wild Tarek has arrived.
Actually, that makes
Eric
that
had
makes
849.
Eric the winner. Everybody give him 5 silver.
I subtracted 5 from my character sheet.
Yep.
Yep, about to.
Tarek.
Hey, I won fair and square, man.
Well,
See, is
you know, he
everybody where
did.
they're supposed to be? Everybody's where they're supposed to be. All right,
Great.
and he arrived.
Just in time. Just in time.
Can we hear
Sorry.
you, Tarek?
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
can
you don't
hear
have
you.
to
You
apologize.
can
Literally,
you
just
can hear
in
me.
time. Like your timing
can
is
hear you.
perfect. Like
No,
almost like you're walking on stage. Yeah, no, it's,
Everybody-
timing's perfect.
This is Tarek.
Hi.
Hi, Tarek.
Hi.
I'm going to put you on the spot since you joined us.
Sure, I love being on the spot.
What's what's one of your favorite MacGuffins from any game of any genre that you've ever played? Something that sticks out that you.
A MacGuffin.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm
you-
currently in a game that Norb's running, that Eric's running, and I have this ancient scroll that is in an undecipherable language, right? And right now that's my kind of favorite MacGuffin because I just make it whatever I want to be, and it propels that character. So that's that, but that's just top of mind. But I don't know. I'm a sucker for MacGuffins. Anytime there's like a big plot hook that's just like, oh, there's more information there. Sure. Oh, like I'll do that
The
every
map to
single time.
MacGuffin City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I'll be the mayor of MacGuffin City. That's how much I love MacGuffins. So
My dwarven family clan is mining MacGuffinite. It's right next to the Unobtainium.
Now, let's jump into everybody leveled. Everybody got their 5th level, but we're still gonna play the night out. You guys leveled, or the early morning, depending on the character. But we're gonna start with you, Morgrimmon. You went back to your apartment at Waters Towers, tried to get some sleep. It was difficult sleeping, your brain going through everything that had been going on, etc. And finally, it's just a little bit before sunrise. You want to go up to the top of the mesa and get one last look at the stars. You haven't seen them the past few nights because you've been in the sewer. So let's go see if we can get a read. You head up. You head up top, get a ride on the lift, and where you get to a small section where you're off to the side, kind of near where the Emon Estates Zeppelin is currently being housed. And you go up and you're looking at the stars, and you start kind of tracing them out in the patterns that your mind knows that they should connect currently. And you go to get to the end portion, which is the last 4, which are the 4 positions of the sun. And as you get to them, first you look at the constellation of Aurora, and then you look off to the west where you can just see the sun beginning to rise over the horizon. Then you go over to where first Amora is the rising sun. Then you got to Aura starting to crest the horizon. Then you look over at Allura, the setting sun. And then last you go to look at Alam, which is dark space in the sky. It's a void. There's never been anything there. But this time you look and you stop and you're like trying to focus. A pinprick of a purple star in the center of the void. Something you've never seen before. As you go to fumble and pull out your eyepiece and bring it up, look at it, and it's crystal clear. There's a star in the middle of the void. And as you try to focus on it, Aura rises high enough that the sky gives way to blue. And the stars fade off into the morning sun. Red circle.
Exciting.
More Grimmin.
I take measure with my fingers at the horizon for future reference. That's
You take
new.
measure and you. We'll come back to that.
New is
After
not
that-
good in celestial occurrences.
Rasan. No, for you, it felt like you slept a couple days. You barely even remember what happened.
Did I go
before?
back to Lysia's, or I
Um,
had my spot at Lysia's? Or
No, 'cause you didn't go up to Lysia's. You went to stay at Norv's just because of
Okay.
everything that was going on with Lysia.
Yeah.
But again, you had broken sleep. Well, all that kept going through your head was the speed and fluidity that the ball-bearing golem had moved with its attacks, and the only thing that you could think of was that you were going to have to practice more to overcome something like that if you were here
Oh, yeah,
to
of course.
cleanse Grumrunner of this darkness and help your friend. So at that point, you just decide that you're going to get out of bed and are going to head up to the Mesa Top, one of your favorite places for meditating
Oh, yeah,
and doing
definitely.
kata, and watch the sunrise. So you head off to the western portion of the Mesa Top, and the pathway leads you to the gate that leads up to Lysia's farm. And as you're walking up to it, Lysia actually comes through the gate and sees you. Morning, Rasan. Her head is low and the collar of her jacket pulled up high, trying to hide the metallic collar from Arcanatrol that's around her neck. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices for yourself for the better of everybody else. Please, if you could, tell Tarek that I said it's all just a show. And with that, she puts her head down. I have to get going. You have to try to get these flights running today.
he just nods silently.
Heads off, her head down. You head off to the western portion of the Mesa Top where you finish off your meditation and your kata and make your way back to the lift where you run into Morgrimmon, who is coming from looking at the stars this morning. Two of you are getting ready to head back to Norv's where everybody was supposed to meet for breakfast.
Something's wrong.
Lots
Or
of
some-
things are wrong, my friend.
There's a
We-
new star on the horizon. Either
We
that
must-
or it's coming for us.
We must work to protect ourselves and our friends.
Oswald, you wake up in the morning and you can hear
That's
the
a good sign.
boys. You can hear the boys already in the kitchen. The pans bouncing off the top stovetop. The smell of slightly burnt butter hit your nose, and you stand up and you come out into living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom, everything room of House Proudless, where you see Timmy, who is fast at work, baking the largest pan of scrambled eggs that he could possibly find, and plates sit in front of both Tony and Todd as they are eating scrambled eggs that it looks like Timmy had freshly shaved strips of chocolate on top of. You've never had chocolate scrambled eggs before, and frankly, your stomach turns for a brief moment. However,
Delicious. This is so good.
Tony and Todd are like, shoveling it into their mouths with like mechanical nature. boys who haven't eaten in 2 hours. We made breakfast for you, Oz. Miss Sarah, she's gonna be here for us, pick us up in a little bit.
Looks delicious.
Have you heard anything from Tabitha? How is she doing with her tests?
I just woke up to me. No,
I haven't had my coffee yet.
Oh, I made the
That
coffee.
is such a dad answer. Like that's how you just revealed yourself as a dad.
Totally.
I made some coffee for you. I made it special like Tabitha does. I put the cinnamon in it. And he brings you a cup of coffee. And as you go to take a sip of it, you realize that he mixed up the cumin and the cinnamon.
Oh, how does that taste?
Save
I
it,
wonder.
bro.
It's got a C. It's got like kind of the same letters. You know, he's trying.
Right.
Right. So this
Right.
cup of coffee smells like an armpit.
Starts with a C, ends with an N. Cinnamon.
And with that, there's a knock at the door, and you open, and not elderly, but an older gnomish lady stands about 4 feet tall, looks up at you. Oh, Oswell.
Is this Sarah?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I came as soon as I
Morning,
could this
sir.
morning. I can help
Why
you
don't you
get
come
the
in?
boys. Oh, thank you so much. And with that, she comes in. Oh, boys, what am I'll help get this cleaned up, Oswald. I'm gonna try to get them up to the park later. You know, get a little bit of fresh air and maybe see if I can't tire them out before you get home.
Oh, well, you know, you already do so much for us. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. It's a joy to spend time with them. I don't get to see my own kids as much since they've moved out of the city.
Here, why don't you take this? And then he hands her 5 silver. And then, you know, enjoy the day as much as you can. And then you can keep what's left. Please.
Thank you.
I
It's
subtracted 5 silver.
It's greatly appreciated. And she starts getting the boys and clearing the table and getting the boys rounded up, shoes on, etc. to go out the door. And you head off to go pick up pastries and the newspaper on the way to Norv's place.
Mm-hmm.
Norv, you wake up in the bedroom of your penthouse. Stretch out on your comfortable silk sheets, extra large pillows, and you're immediately hit with the smell of fresh bacon being cooked. Breakfast is being prepared, and you can hear somebody shuffling about out in the kitchen. You go to head off into your chambers to wash up and get dressed for the day. And as you walk over to your wash pot, you notice that the water's already warm. It's a little strange. You start taking inventory. You were like, no, I know. I'm by myself last night. Go over and off your nightstand, you pick up your holy symbol of aura, the metal worm in your hand, like it always is. And you head to the door and creak it open just a little bit, looking out into the kitchen. And there you see your mom hard at work. Oh, Norvy, dear, go get yourself dressed. I'm making breakfast, then you can come sit down. I need to have a talk with you.
Oh, that's great, Ma. Sure, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, let me go get some clothes.
Don't worry, I warmed your water. I didn't see anything at all. Nothing at all. I'm glad you keep changing your sheets with regularity. Makes me happy.
Oh, they're much more comfortable that way. But anyway, yeah, I'll be right back.
And off
yeah, I'm
you
gonna
go.
Get dressed. Yeah.
Go get yourself dressed and you head out and you sit down with your mother, who has poured you a fresh cup of coffee and is now in the kitchen getting you a plate of breakfast. Eric, you've been thinking about this little prick at the newspaper. Like, it hasn't stopped. It just keeps ticking, just keeps ticking, just keeps going. You know, there's something going on with this guy. And, you know, you wake up in the morning and again, through your brain, you remember a question that you asked yourself. Is there something, you know, has he been hiding stuff? Capitalization? Is he hiding secret messages? And
Right, is he using a dog whistle in his newspaper and he's activating all his Manchurian candidates in the town? Yeah, I know.
Right. Something's going on. So you wake up and
It's it's a potential MacGuffin there, Tom.
immediately.
It's a trope.
immediately go to walk out of the guest room at Norv's penthouse. And you walk out, and there you see Norv sitting at his table with a cup of coffee and his mom bringing breakfast. Oh, I didn't know you had guests tonight. Would you like some breakfast too, Terry?
Yeah, he's a cuddly little dude, but yeah, he's cool. Yeah.
You must be Mrs. Waters.
Yes, yes.
What a beautiful building you have. And then I sit down in the furthest spot from the kitchen.
Norvy's dad worked hard for everything that we have. Would you like some eggs? Maybe some bacon?
Norvy.
I don't want to be a bother, Mrs. Waters.
You're not a bother at all.
You're not bothering anybody. Come get some breakfast, man.
If I didn't feed you, that would be my fault. I can't let you go hungry.
Your words, ma'am. Your words, ma'am.
She's already in the kitchen, and you can hear her scraping stuff onto a plate for you.
It's like when I used to go to my grandmother's house. She just doesn't take no for an answer. So yeah, sure, I'll politely eat whatever she shows up with. But what's your mom doing here? I leaned over to Norv, what's your mom doing here?
Oh, dude, don't worry. She'll tell us, man.
That's what I'm afraid of. Don't worry, she'll tell us. Yeah, perfect, thanks.
And you go over.
It works on so many levels.
You're sitting at the table, and you see that the paper from yesterday is still sitting there. Okay, let's share our headline workspace with the party at home. Players at home. Follow along.
Oh, the bouncing ball.
And you go and you start opening up, or you start going through the paper and you start cutting out everything in capital letters. And you come out to Deep Pocket Sings, Safety Arc Failing. Gotta be some type of meaning there. But there has to be something.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's.
And you start digging into Norval's garbage. There's got to be. I mean, nobody's
next
changed
to the
this thing in a
toilet,
couple
wherever.
days.
Wherever
And-
he keeps
and
his
you
old
pull
newspapers.
You pull out the second paper from the day before. Or detain, vault, Domo to restrict the stars. It's got to mean something. There's got to be something there, right?
Yeah, I mean this is almost an actual sentence, right? And I don't believe in coincidences.
Is there another one?
Oh, Tarek. What's this? I do some scrapbooking too. Do you need some glue to help keep that on your paper for you?
And then I'll kind of be like, no, this is kind of like.
Well,
shuffle
I'll
them back.
just warn you. If you don't use the right glue, you lose the writing. The paper uses the cheapest ink. You know, everybody says the reason that they don't put expirations on any of the coupons in the paper, in their paper, is because in 4 days that paper's shite.
Oh, Mom, when's the last time you clipped a coupon?
Well, Norvy, that's how I got you those new pillows for your bed. I could get you 4 instead of 3. It was a good deal.
To which point I go,
They're great. Well, they're great.
Norvy.
pillows, too.
Oh, Norvy. Knowingly look down at Norv at the other end. Oh, okay.
You bet, little buddy.
And then Rasan, or as you're standing there, there's a knock at the door.
I'll get it. Just to escape the conversation.
Don't worry.
I just came to a family picnic, so I'm primed to be like, I'll volunteer.
Opening the door, Rasan and Morgrimmon are standing there.
Oh, hey, Norv, look who it is! And then, guys, come on in. I'm putting on an act now because Norv's mom truly makes me uncomfortable. The fact that she's here is kind of terrifying. So just anybody else to run interference.
Honestly, as everybody starts to enter the room, when Morgrimmon walks in, Miss Waters noticeably almost shivers. Oh, it's the stars. Moonhaven, isn't it, right?
Who's asking? Oh,
Oh, dude,
This is
my mom.
Mrs. Waters.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Waters.
She
I'm so
owns
sorry.
the building.
Yeah,
I've
Morgan,
just seen-
my mom, Morgan.
Landlady, I've just seen a harbinger of our own doom on the horizon.
My, it sounds like you need a good breakfast. Come on, you sound a little cranky pants. Right over here. Come on, sit down.
Is she cooking?
Yeah, Rasan laughs and he goes, cranky pants.
Oh, you're a big fella. We'll get you an extra helping.
Oh,
Hey,
that would
North,
be much
North,
appreciated.
how many more friends do you have coming? I don't know. I only brought 24 eggs.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
I'm gonna go
a couple
get cooking.
more. You never know who's going to show up, you know?
I'm gonna go get cooking because I have a feeling I'm gonna need to talk to all of you. And off she
Could we-
goes to the kitchen.
Oh, by the way, this coffee's great, Mom.
Oh yeah, a little bit of cinnamon. That's. I heard that helps punch it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And there's a knock at the door again.
I'll get it. Nobody get up. I got it.
Eric bounds across the penthouse, opening up
Yep.
the door, and there stands Oswell with his
I can play.
Oswell.
Right.
Hey, morning, Terry.
Buckle up. Hey, Hey, Oz is here.
Yeah, I feel like we should have the laugh track for this episode. It feels like a sitcom.
It does.
Hey, Norv.
I don't know if my laugh track is gonna pipe in too hot.
Yeah, I
I'm
tell,
not gonna worry about that right now.
I tell
Yeah,
Oz.
it's
Oh,
okay.
hey, Oz. Buckle up, buddy. Do you got the paper?
Pastry?
Hey,
Oh, yep.
Oz is here.
Here you go.
Thanks. And then I take it and I go right to the table and start just looking at capital letters, just right out of his hand. Don't talk
You
to
want,
anybody. Sit back
you
down.
want a scone?
He's cutting them out.
Nope. I'm transaction completed. I'm walking away from us.
Oh,
He
first
got
things
everything
first.
he needed.
First things first. Before we shred the paper, let's look at today's paper. Shall we? I'll do this together.
Tonight.
Quarantine and curfew begins tonight.
Oh, snap.
Hovels and 3 auction houses included. It goes through and explains that whatever sickness seems to have started at the long table has now started to spread, as there are sicknesses that have infected the workers of 2 auction houses as well as a few houses around the long table. Below that, Zeppelin Field bottleneck testing infrastructure. With Lysaea Winsong's unfortunate incarceration for a little while, there wasn't anybody to lead the Zeppelin grounds. So they unfortunately weren't able to keep up with all the work. Right below that, anybody who joined us before on the Ark when we were short a few players and we decided we were just going to play a one-shot of whatever the hell happens, we have the Tidy Nuts Underwear Company. Built for comfort, built for life. They work up in the northwestern section of Drum Runner. They are doing a fundraiser right now, as their warehouse unfortunately was burned down about a month ago.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by
it's-
them by anything, but I do love them.
Right. And if they want a sponsor, I'm a child's large.
Oh my god.
Preparation for Fall Fest begins. Off of the main town square near the docks, they have started setting up large tents for the festivities as the fall season is now upon us. Remember. Below that, Devereaux, still ill, darkened windows at the table. And it talks about how nobody's been able to get into the long table for a few days as Devereaux is sick. In the apothecary being taken care of by Fernleaf. Skies empty as Zeppelin's grounded. Windsong proving ineffective. Another hit piece on Windsong talking about how terrible she is and that, there's barely any Zeppelins in the sky except for the private ones. All the ones that are run by the city are garbage. We really should privatize the Zeppelins. Just saying.
There
Below
it is.
that, below
I'll
that,
let the smart guys figure that out. But
below that is a article stating that there were some imports from Raja Azir that had been lost in the dock attacks, and it goes through and talks about some silica and sand that they take from the Raja Azir mountains that was going to be used in the Warehouse 88 in experiments and new ways to create light. And then there's a little article that says both Emongs lifting Grum Runners lost, and it goes through and talks about how both Sam and his sister have been donating money to the hovels to help feed the hungry. Also donated a lot of money to the local orphanage, which was reaching its maximum capacity, as was seen in the last paper. So let's get rid of the newspaper and back.
Here's your horoscope. You're gonna die.
Oh yeah, were the horoscopes this
oh,
time?
man,
Were the horoscopes this time are just recycled bullshit ones?
Oh yeah. They're not even lined up to the proper sign or anything
Okay.
like that.
Your
This
lucky
paper.
numbers are go fuck yourself.
yeah, but they're not even trying now. They're just like,
Today's paper says tonight testing begins. Darkened skies.
Right. So like,
And now you're like it means something.
Yep.
You're like yelling at the mashed potatoes, telling everybody at the table this means something. And
no, I'm
you're
not.
off.
I'm not yelling anything while Norv's mom's in the other room because she. I don't know if she's not part of the problem, and I'm keeping that to myself right here in my front pocket.
Right.
Sorry, Norv.
Right. And you head off and you get to the bottom of the garbage can where you find the paper from 4 days ago, and you know honestly she's right. This paper is barely holding itself together. It is
Well, I
still-
mean, I know where it comes from, so quality isn't really one of quality and Travis Kemp aren't two things that I think of at the same time.
Try
Say
to
his
cut
name,
out-
you'll
you
put me
try to
off my
cut out
eggs.
the little pieces of paper.
You gave me some Dex roll or something.
Cutting out capitals in this one, you get music assassination. Dogs brought stranded Godric Walker.
Huh.
What, is that written down somewhere that we can hear? Because I missed
yeah.
that. Like I got like pieces of it, but I definitely need to hear it again.
You're the microphone assassin.
Can you see that on the headlines board? Should have just reshared it. Came up as an image. I'll drop the information.
Yeah, I
into
got
the
it
chat.
open.
If you double click the eye in the chat, you should be able to open it as well.
sees it. I sees it.
Aha. Thank you.
And out comes Norville's mom setting down the last plate. Oh, Norvie dear, are these the friends you've been hanging out with lately?
Yeah, these guys are pretty cool. I've been hanging out with them, like Tarek. You know Tarek. I've been hanging out with
Hey,
Tarek forever. And
Of course I know
I
Tarek.
just met Rex on there. He seems like a pretty solid guy. And Oswell, been friends with him for a long time. Yeah,
Everybody
these
knows
guys.
Oswell.
It's just more Grimmin, that
Mrs.
odd dude
Waters.
who works up at Fern's place. Yeah, he lives in the building too. I didn't know if you knew that, but yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. B2. Now I recognize the name. Or Grimmin from B2. I definitely remember you now. Well, Norv, Brother Billy, he's gone missing. And Travis has been poking around and asking lots of questions. Oh, we've been trying to keep him out because you know the way he writes, and the last thing that we want at the oratorium is any more people thinking that we're not doing anything right. But
Yeah.
when he was questioning a couple of the other priests, they said that the last people who were there to talk to him was you guys.
Really?
You don't know anything about that, do you, Gary?
No, we talked to him, but
Did,
we
did
left
he
him
seem
there.
did he seem like he was worried about anything?
He said he was worried about me. But,
Sweetie. Please be safe. The city's not what she used to be right now. Something's not right. Here, can you keep this on you? And she holds out a small clay tablet. It's probably only about maybe 2 inches by 3 inches, and in it is a Arcana Troll sigil. If you ever find yourself in trouble, honey, you just break that, and they'll come help you.
Oh, great, thanks. Totally appreciate this, Mom.
All right, well, you
Yeah, we'll
boys
leave it on the table for right now, but
you boys be safe. I'm gonna head to the church and say my prayers. Hopefully somebody can find Brother Billy.
Landlady, before you go, thank you for the omelet. And I should like to change my locks at your first convenience. Seems there was a break-in a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Oh lordy, no. Not on the same night that I'm sorry, Terry. Friend, it wasn't that night, was it?
It was.
You know what? I'm gonna add it to the package with Arcana Troll. When they come back, I'm gonna have them change everybody's locks. How does
I
that sound?
don't want them touching my security. I can rent somewhere else.
Well,
That would be a breach of my lease. There was nothing in it about Arcana Troll.
no, there wasn't, but it is a service that we are providing. If you do not wish to have the Arcana Troll locks, Fury, then
I signed the petition that said that. I started the petition that said that.
as a friend of Norval's, I'll let you buy your own lock and just deduct it from next month's rent.
great. I appreciate that, Mom. That's great. Yeah, he's a good guy.
I'll still keep the pigeons out of your gutters.
I certainly appreciate that. With that, Miss Waters heads out the door. So it's morning. Where would you guys like to go first? You guys like to do so?
Oh,
What do you want to do with this Arcana Troll device that you just gave me? Should we
Find one of those pigeons that Mooney
Well,
was talking
don't
about.
we
put it
have
on
to
that.
go into that? Wasn't it
I
the
have a
one
question
thing?
about
Weren't we trying to get to something that was in the Arcana Troll headquarters?
That was, yeah.
That was
Arcana Troll headquarters. You guys discussed wanting to get in there. That was where the escape tube ended. The person who escaped, who had attempted to assassinate Deep Pockets. When you guys found the escape tube in the what I'm looking for here, the emergency room, the lockdown room. That is where you guys figured out it ended once you lined it up with a map while working with Strix. So you guys discussed breaking in there. The cube itself is a large, I believe, 60 feet by 60 feet square by 60 feet tall building with no windows, one singular door, and the only person who's ever been seen going into it is Dolly Folletto, and usually handfuls of golems. It seems like more golems go in than come out, according to some people.
No, I was just thinking. Sorry, I had a crazy idea about using that to as a distraction, break it far enough away where you could empty out some of the headquarters and use that to sneak in. Have it off in the distance or something like that. So, I don't know. Sorry.
No.
wait.
no.
Yeah. Well, can you say that again? I didn't quite understand.
Well, no, he's got the Arcana Troll thing from his mom that basically calls help to
Right.
it from Arcana Troll. If we were trying to break into one of the headquarters, is to have it activated somewhere far enough away, and then as they're going to respond to this and empty out the headquarters, some is a chance to sneak in. Like, I'm just saying we could use it as a distraction to sneak in to like try to empty out some of the
I was
headquarters.
thinking it
So,
would be useful for like some sort of distracting element at some point.
yeah.
Yeah, the question that I had is how is it activated? Is it just if the physical structure itself is broken, Arcanatrol, because they can
Could be
Or are they
broken
just
in
tracking
half.
this thing and just know where I am all the time? That's the other thing I was wondering.
well, what I'm
I
wondering
don't want to
is,
alert Arcanatrol to our.
let's
every
say in some future possibility where we know that the next room has an iron golem in it, and so we set that on the floor and make it step on it and break it, and then all of a sudden it has to deal with Arcanatrol guards, and then we're off doing our own thing. I'm just ideas, right? Because
Yeah,
I think I don't I don't think like whatever squad they send to respond to this chip or this token is not going to deplete their numbers, because they have like one basic level automaton for every citizen of Drumrunner inside their headquarters, inside the
Right.
cube.
Right. It's like Hydra, right? We kill one, two more come out, right? Because they basically have like the if the wildest conspiracy is true, they have like the entire city's resources at their disposal, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if the worst conspiracies are true, they have the entire Domo bank at their disposal, right? And what does a military police do with unlimited resources? Build a robot for every man, woman, and child, so then for safety.
Right.
It's for your protection.
Right.
I have no doubt we can use the token for some sort of distraction, and definitely want to do that. But the one thing, I have two questions about that though, is like, can they track the token? And these are concerns, maybe not questions I can get answered right now, obviously. But
I sent more Grim in a roll.
yeah, I want to know if they can track the tokens, and I want to know if this token is specifically associated with me.
No, they couldn't track that, Morgrimmon.
Okay.
There's no way, and it definitely is tied to you, Mr. Waters, as it says. Waters' estate is actually etched into the back of it as the owner.
I think
That's
it
what I
calls
thought.
out all of us.
Okay.
I think we're all in here. Okay.
You think so?
That's. Well, I'm getting paranoid. You started me getting. You said some things that started getting me paranoid, Tyler, and I've been like thinking. Okay, so let's look. How could we all be in there? Your music. Okay. I'm the stars. We've got.
Is that how we're reading that? Oh, that's brilliant.
Well, I'm trying. I mean,
No,
I don't know if
yeah,
I'm
sorry,
going the
I'm
wrong
sorry,
way.
I'm
You know.
sorry.
Well,
interrupted.
but so then this is when Tarek stands up and he's just like, yeah, but you want to know one way we can find out real easy? Go and ask him.
Maybe we should ask him.
And I
You're saying-
looked to Oz and I go, yeah, we just go and we talk to him.
Travis?
You mean ask
Oh,
him
yeah.
a few questions and he
Definitely.
gets
Yes.
up from the eggs, starts
It's time.
glowing?
It's time to sweat him. That's
Mhm.
Oswald says that, and you see like there's a change in him a little bit. Then he's
My
no
man.
longer
I
thinking
point-
like he's hospitable.
Right. I point at my man and then I
Yeah.
point to Roxanne, huh?
Yeah.
We gonna
definitely.
go talk to Travis?
Let's
Okay.
Let's go talk.
Before
to
we
him.
go.
You look a little different today. Did you pick up a level in Rose?
Nice mustache.
Yeah, you see that he's also carrying weapons, which is something that you have not seen before.
That's what's different, man. You got some swords on you now, man.
So we have
Two of them. One of them's made out of silver.
Before
For
we
real?
go.
I don't know. No, I don't have a silver right now.
Nice.
I just.
Well, but you
I
read my
want one.
mind. Like
I
you
want
read my
one.
mind. Like
But it is a
I
holy
don't know.
adventure.
Well, we don't know. We don't know. Like we're caught between a war between vampires and werewolves, and who knows what else. Like
Oh yeah, Oswald's totally like he is not okay with vampires being in this city because the only thing that only means that people suffer.
It
I think
could
the
be
vampires
worse.
are scheming to block out the sun, and they're starting up some sort of nuclear reactor to replace it.
Do what?
all right.
There's
Music
another star.
assassination dogs brought stranded Godric Walker. Yeah, let's go ask Travis what this means. Yes.
we'll just ask him, and we'll just keep lowering his DC for telling us the truth.
Yeah, we need to jump him when he's alone though. We need to roll him in an alley
Fake
after
out.
dark.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yes. Bing bong.
We don't just show up to his house and kick in the
No,
door.
why
and-
would we show up to his house? We don't want to. We don't want to. I mean, we don't want to disturb his family.
He has a family.
I don't know, but I don't want to find out either. Besides,
think-
we
you-
want to
you-
catch
As
him
far
off
as you
balance.
know, as
Yeah.
far
If
as
he's
you know,
if he's surrounded by his props, then he's gonna be able to remain calm. We want to pull him out of his element, make him unfamiliar, make him terrified.
find out where he lives.
Bad cops coming out.
We're doing that in the evening. Is there anything you guys want to do in the daytime?
We could write on here, "We know what you're up to," and slide it under the door.
Where? At the newspaper? You guys gonna try to figure out where he lives?
I don't know, man. What if like
I
what
don't
if it's
know.
just an act, man? What if it's just all for show?
You guys don't really know
He-
where he lives, but you guys.
We
know
don't
where the
have to hurt him.
newspaper is?
He doesn't have to be physically harmed by us. He just has to believe that it could happen. That's it.
Yeah, Norva's concerned. He doesn't want to actually hurt anybody.
But you don't have to
Yeah,
come.
yeah.
I could talk to him by myself. I'll bring Rasan.
I'm going. If we're talking to Travis, I'm going. You're not leaving me behind.
Some serious
He's
talking.
gonna know. He's gonna know it's you.
Yeah,
Or
and
I'll go.
Norva will be like, Tarek, dude, don't hurt him, man. Get some
Yeah, I
information
wasn't
from him,
planning
but
on
don't-
it.
but don't hurt him.
That's why I asked what Oz and Roxanne were doing.
Well, we're just here in case it goes
We're
that
just
direction.
We're
Yeah,
just talking. right
we're
now.
just talking. Yeah, just talking.
We're throwing out plans, seeing what sticks.
So off you guys head to the Daily Star, because that's the best place for you guys to start off looking for him. If anybody's going to know where he is, it's probably going to be the editor, Big Ed. Orgrimmon has talked to him before.
Mm.
I'm not convinced that Oswald doesn't already know
He's a prick.
Doesn't already
Maybe.
know which part.
where Travis Kemp lives.
Do you both live in the hovels?
Well, Oswald's not just familiar with the hovels. Grumrunner's not, like, physically, it's not a huge place. There are places he definitely doesn't go, but I'm not, it's the city secrets thing, right? It's the intimate familiarity with the terrain. The hovels is, significant, but it's not all encompassing, It's like the Narrows, but Grumrunner's like Gotham.
Share the map next.
Share the map.
Here it is.
Spare the child.
Share this child. Share the map.
There we go.
But you mentioned in Big Ed actually made it kind of roll over a little bit. So I circle back to a question that I had that I had forgotten about, which is, does Travis Kemp have any control over the print?
Yeah,
Um,
that was the thing I was thinking too. So
Yeah.
Big Ed might be the one putting these messages in there, not be Travis. Well,
Yeah, it was the mention of Big Ed that reminded me that that was
Oh.
something, because he may just submit the articles and somebody
Right.
else handles the print. So just
Right,
wanna make sure we're not-
Perry White still decides what the headline is, despite the fact that Lois Lane wrote it.
Right, and
Yeah.
the question is,
Right.
is that an operation here as well?
well, as you say that, Morgrimmon, you remember that there were multiple times where your horoscopes had been editorialized, with an emphasis on the editorialized.
Yeah, I was
Ed is
pissed about it
definitely
then,
the
too.
one. He is the one who does the final copy that gets printed.
So he's the guy.
yeah.
Okay.
There's a suggestion from the chat, a good one.
Oh,
We could come up with a locate object spell.
All right.
That would give us
Tomorrow.
1,000 feet of radar. 1,000 feet of radar.
I could do it
Oh, yeah, that's a
tomorrow.
good
No,
idea.
just kidding.
Yep.
Depending on how much
Can't
gold
do it
you
today,
have,
but
yeah, depending on how much gold you have, you could go to Peregrine's. Chances are he has a locate object spell.
Yep, that leaves a paper trail. We don't know
Yeah,
who we
it's
can
not like you
trust.
guys have a paper trail of going through his basement and into the vault or anything like that.
No,
You wouldn't want any witnesses.
it's a technicality.
I'm just saying we don't know who we can trust anymore. Things have changed. That star on the horizon has me a little shook.
I think Travis Kemp is an irritating prick, but I don't think he's actually down with the plot at all. I think he's just clueless.
we should see Big Ed.
I think Big Ed's the guy.
Well,
Oh.
and with
That's
showing
just
and
my-
would
that's
would
just my
showing up
feeling.
would showing up with Morgerman be an easy in?
That I don't know.
Let's find out.
Yeah, Ed
You
actually
get what I
had
mean?
asked.
You get what I mean, Morg?
Yeah, Ed had
Like
actually
Moonhaven?
had Ed actually had Travis come to Morgrimmon at one point and requested a sit down with him through Travis because he was concerned because he wasn't getting any new horoscopes and people really seemed to like his articles. And at that
Yeah.
point, Morgrimmon was too busy on Travis a bunch of other things and not wanting to deal with them.
See, the thing is like I
Just-
unlocked some capability in myself from my knowledge of the stars, and now I'm like, that was all poppycock and drivel. Real doom is upon us, So he's
Right.
I-
That was
I-
part
I
of the
mean
tricks.
it
This
this
is
time.
real. Right.
yeah.
When it was for pocket change, it was fun. But now I am serious. That was
Arriving.
a horrible Morgerman. I'm sorry I offended Morgerman with that horrible impression of him.
You're doing it's all
I
good.
quit.
I'll take my lashings during the break.
Arriving at the warehouse, which is the Daily Star, find the first thing that hits you is the smell of the oil from the ink. Open up the door and enter, and you see 2 rows of printing presses, one along the left side, one along the right side, and a hall that leads down between these printing presses, probably about 10 on either side. It goes back for about another 80 feet to where you get to a door, small glass frosted window in it, and a light. And on it says editor Ed. Ed is a very large
So it was-
blocky letters.
So it's a big Ed.
Yep, it's
Big
Big
Ed.
Ed. It's Big Ed,
And
the
Big
editor.
So you don't think his last name is Itor? All
Knocking
right.
on the. Who is it?
It's your Aunt Tilly.
Ah, Morgan, and I recognize that joke. Come on in. And you open the
Oh, boy.
door, and there's a human, probably 250 pounds, 5'8", a cigar, almost the size of his forearm in his hand. Where you been, Morgrimmon? I need more of those horoscopes.
I don't know that I'll be writing anymore for a while. Maybe after things settle
that's
down.
a shame. That's a shame. You know, that squirrely bastard Travis is really pretty much the only one I got left on staff.
He's a hack.
And how is
True.
that? And I go, oh, and then I go back to like looking at something else instead. Like I go back to like looking at the the
I
printing
don't
press
know
or
what
something.
the little guy's
The fishing
problem
trip
is,
picture.
but I'd pay well. You never complained before, Morgrimmon.
No, it's not about the money. It's about the principle of the thing.
Well, then you guys find me a better writer, and I'll pay well. I gotta pay for who's able to do the job, and right now the only guy I got is Travis. So what can I do for you guys then? If you ain't here to write, I don't got time to chat. I'm going over tomorrow's stories. Travis said that he's got something breaking up on the northeast side. I got to get the copy ready. Stay away the front page. You say he's got at least 5 paragraphs on a new coming story.
You know what a book of star charts is called? It's an ephemeris. Do you know what something that doesn't last is called? It's ephemeral, like the words you print.
Well, you buy the paper you can buy, and the ink is cheap.
Where do you get it? There's no record. It's all meaningless. It's tomorrow's birdcage liner, fish wrap, if you're lucky.
And well, pays the bills.
All of that is meaningless. There's a star on the horizon that promises doom to all. There's bloodsuckers below the streets, a corrupt system that doesn't have anyone's best interest in
Does
mind
he
except
react
the
to that?
rich.
No, as you start saying that, he starts he's like kind of backing away a little bit. You know, Morgrimmon, you usually weren't this dark. I mean, you weren't exactly the nicest guy in the room, but you're kind of giving me the willies a little bit.
He starts to
Where is he?
rise, glow. Freedom of the press belongs to those that
Holy
have
shit.
won. I'm seizing this operation. You're fired. Get out.
And as Morgrimmon starts to rise, the rest of you realize that a puddle is starting to form underneath Ed's chair. You can hear the liquid dripping to the floor.
So while he's
Oh,
having his
God.
fear, I look back
What?
at them. How am I doing?
I think it's a little bit much.
Thumbs
Oh.
up. Rasan's sitting there going,
Rasan's a fan.
I'm just watching. I'm like, I'm into this, man. This is like, if I had popcorn, I'd be eating it.
well, Rasan
More
knows
Grimmon,
that
more
all
Grimmon.
this.
Come on, man. You gotta calm down.
All right.
I don't know exactly what I did to you, but
We're here to
calm
discuss.
down.
We're here to discuss some typographical errors in your paper.
Typographical errors, there's no way. I go by that book right there. It's got every word ever written in it and spelled out both phonetically as well as the proper punctuation you use, depending on whether you're speaking common
It's
or
not a
Gnomish.
complaint
Is this guy?
about the spelling.
I would like to.
Oh, well, you said
It's your use of
typographical.
capitalization.
It
in
really
places where
punches
is
it
not
up, doesn't it?
appropriate. Punches it up.
Yeah.
Interesting choice of words.
Whoa, 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 I don't like the look in your eye here, buddy.
Right.
You actually feel it.
We're gonna ask you directly.
Correct. That's how we speak. We like talking.
Are you
direct.
using headlines to send messages?
I don't use the headlines to send messages.
Who chooses the capitalization? He
Usually,
starts walking.
doing
He's taking steps towards the desk.
no. Calm down. My job is just to make sure that everything's spelled right. We put it out. We do the blocking. Me and Travis work together on the blocking. He knows what sells. He knows how to get people fired up. I'll tell you what. His stories, they always sell.
Yeah.
But they're all lies.
So
Lies. I don't see any lies in these papers. I mean, you may not agree with the position, but he's always got evidence. He's always got people who, saw it, firsthand accounts, all that fun
Yeah.
stuff.
Did you talk to all these people yourself?
Yeah, I've got time for that. I mean, we've checked on his references before. It's never been any problems before. I mean, nothing up until this. Nobody's
Who else
ever
is
come in here
involved
like
the printing
this.
process?
Oh boy, it's just me and Travis. Once we set the machines, we hit print and we go home for the night. Next morning,
you know where Travis
I
is
show
now?
up, I put him
We
out
think he
front, and the
might be in
boys.
danger.
Travis, I told you, he said he was working on a story up in the Northeast. Said he'd have it to me late tonight. Told me to make sure I leave enough spots for 4 to 5 paragraphs, and he'd have it to me just after dark.
Thanks, Ed.
No, thank you. Really, sir. Always. Yeah, you guys have a good day.
You might want to
Hey.
open a window or something. So yeah.
right. I'll leave the
go.
door open when we
Yeah.
leave. Okay.
No, close it. I got a chain. Yeah, I got
Oh,
it.
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
he
pretty sure
slams the
Oswald
door
just
as you guys start to walk
heads
out.
on.
Yes, journalism is scary.
So
So plan A.
right. So this guy.
I guess we're
Either-
heading to the northeast.
Well,
Nora's
Travis
like,
makes
"Dude, that
noise
was
when he's
scary."
building stories. He shouldn't be hard to find. And if he is hard
Right.
to find, then he's lying.
well, what's right? Well, what's in the northeast of Grimrunner?
Oh, the
Big
docks.
pot.
Deeper.
Northeast.
East
Oh,
is
Jesus.
deeper.
East, west. God, Jesus, Kevin. My direction sense is awful.
Deeper is where the rich
Just
folk
remember,
live.
it's W is on the left, E is on
I,
the right. and it
I
says
gotta
we.
think about it
says
every
we.
time. It's
I-
like so
we.
not automatic.
We
Deeper,
are the
okay.
world. We are the future.
Yeah, and
West
north
is
and
on the
south
left,
is
and the east is
Wow.
So, I
Moving
guess we're
along.
going to deeper.
Wow.
Well, so where is what's the name? What's that name of that clothier that we went to that I ordered the capes from?
Williams Clothier.
Yeah, that's William. Wherever life takes you, is their motto.
And they're in Deep Root, correct?
That is them right there. They are along the border of Pyramid's Gate and Deep Root.
I've lost track of like in-game time because like in-game it's been like it's been like 4 days since Godric died, and then like 7 days since since we placed the order for those capes. But that was like 2 months ago, IRL. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Because I know those capes were going to be written in 19 days because I have a piece of paper here somewhere, and that's the only note that I took on it.
They're almost ready.
So there's
And so I was curious. I was just curious about that. And then if we're gonna need vampire slaying weapons, maybe some type of mythical bag, some type that holds things.
So I opened up the spots, the main locations that are in the northeast up near Deeproot. We have the Emong Estates in the northeast. Along the border from the Inkpot and Deeproot is Fernleafs. The Cube, which is at the southern portion where Paramon's Point or Paramon's Gate, Deeproot, and the Inkpot all come together. Along the Paramon's Gate and Deeproot border, there is Dusty Fingers Curios, Williams Clothiers, as well as Emong Park. And right across the street from Dusty Fingers Curio is the newest Arcana Troll security shop. And pretty much smack dab in the middle of Deeproot is the Citadel, which is Arcana Troll's main response unit for any problems. Right where the money that pays the bills is.
And where's the Billy's place? Because I wonder if that's the story he's working on.
Yeah.
Whose place?
Billy
Brother
Billy
Billy.
Caldwell.
Brother
Billy.
Billy.
Billy Caldwell.
Oh, Brother Billy Caldwell. Brother Billy Caldwell's more in the center of the Inkpot.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right there, that's the one that just appeared. Right.
I do want to
Oh.
swing by there at some point
Cool.
and see if he's
Okay.
all right. I did tell my mom that I would look in on him and see if I could figure out what's going on.
That is the
Yes.
oratorium there.
Yeah, I just wonder if that's the story. But we should put oratorium.
It's the oratorium.
The
That
Temple
sounds
War.
like a fun place.
All right. And
Sounds
with
like they
that,
talk you to death.
we've hit roughly the first hour, so we are going to take a quick 10-minute break so that everybody can get a drink, etc., etc. And we will see you all in just a few moments. All right, and we are back. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening.
8-inch inseam? What are you, freaking Cotton Hill? Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
You know, bitty man.
yeah, like when Daniel Craig comes out of the ocean in Casino Royale. That's how small I want my trunks.
Well, then
Oh
you're
my.
gonna need a subscription to the service that's offered by Tidy Nuts.
Yes, the underwear of the month club.
Okay.
What you
Alright.
need is the underwear of the month club.
Okay. Does
Absolutely.
Tidy Nuts do trunks? Because I see what was in the paper this morning looked more like a banana hammock, if you will. Because I didn't see any legs on that.
All kinds. It's custom fitting if you need
Oh,
it.
okay. All right. Sure.
You're gonna have to get the Strix
Tiered
Blix
service.
lawnmower model, and that will take down your base coat, and then you put the cooling salve on it, and you know, with the proper amount of tension on the adjustable drawstrings on the side, your nuts will be as tidy as you can stand them to.
As tidy as you can stand.
All right, and welcome back to the Archon Heathen Cantina. You all clicked through that mature warning at the beginning.
No studying.
You were told.
Get what
Well,
pay
you were
for,
warned.
folks. All right. Anyways, thank you very much for watching us tonight. The party is heading up to the northeast to try to figure out where Travis is, somewhere around in Deep Root. Sounds like the party might want to stop at Williams Clothiers to check on the Viper capes, maybe?
I just want to stop in and remind him that I know that I'm waiting for them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
Yeah,
need
you're
them.
checking on them. Yeah, that's
Right,
all you're
I-
doing. You're checking on them. Yeah.
I'm checking on them. You know,
Yeah.
hey, I know you said 19 days and it's only been 4, but here I am anyways, kind of thing. You know. that
Oh,
kind
it
of
was
thing.
19 days? I thought it was 9 days.
No, 19. No, it wasn't
okay.
9. It was only 19.
Because, well, if it was 9 days, we would have been really close because you said about 7 days.
I think. Is that right, Kev?
What's that?
Timing, like, since placing the order, like, it's only been a
Um,
week, right?
Yeah, it's been roughly a week. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds about right.
Tell them you want to make sure that you have the right timing available for your performance that you need the cape for. That way, if Travis comes sniffing around, they'll associate that story.
All right.
He's laying a false trail.
Oh, suspicious.
Well,
All right.
Travis is going to follow any lead to place blame on this particular group.
Unless we.
Off with his head.
Didn't say that. Didn't say that.
Okay.
You're muted, Tom.
You guys gonna make him pee himself like Big Ed?
We can only be so lucky.
To be fair, we are responsible for a good
Maybe.
deal of
That's
property
what happens.
damage.
True.
Arriving at Williams Clothiers, met at the door by Wendy. Tarek, come on in. What did you get? Yeah, you need some more outfits for your show. I thought maybe you'd take some time off of it. Yes, Roderick, I'm so sorry to hear about him. Westcott, Tarek's here.
We didn't need to bother Westcott in the back. I just wanted...
No. We gotta get the measurements. If we're making something new for you, we gotta make sure 8-inch, 9-inch. That inseam changes sometimes depending on what you've been having for breakfast.
Well, and thank you for noticing. But I'm not here for any new costumes. Unfortunately, I'm taking a break from performing for a little bit. You understand?
Oh my. Well, that certainly is unfortunate.
But-
what can we do for you then?
But I'm not gonna leave my favorite, a husband and wife tailor duo in Grum Runner shop high and dry. I'm here to see how that order is coming, and if you got anything else neat. And I start like looking behind her and seeing if she's got any magical bags that hold things.
And as
That
you're
would be
looking around,
handy.
the curtain opens and out comes Westcott shuffling along, his white wiry hair going in like 6 different directions. Derek, I got one of those capes ready for you that you ordered. You got 3, right?
Ready
There
to
you go.
go.
Turn around. Let's try this on. Let's make sure we fit it right.
I don't want the stream to see my bald spot, so I won't notice.
and, and he puts it or comes
It's-
up
it's right
behind
there.
you and puts. Oh, it disappears. It's magic.
Oh, okay.
Here at the Eden Cantina, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, wait.
Puts the cape over your shoulders and goes to clasp it in the front and pulls it down. Right there, right at your wrist, just like you like, Tarek. Is there anything else we can do for you? The other ones, they should be done by the end of next week.
End of next week. I make a mental note.
I saw you looking around. I've never known you to purchase off the rack before. Anything we can help you with?
It's such flattery with these guys. And I point to, the squad, right? I point to the squad.
I could use some new drip.
Are we looking for outfits for everybody?
No,
I mean, the
not
big
yet.
guy. I mean,
not yet.
I don't know if I got anything for the tail.
Well,
You're
that's
gonna need
usually
more
special order.
inseam.
Well, depending. Wendy, you've been reading what the Daily started writing about us. We're Vince.
Oh, I don't believe anything in the Daily Star. That's trash. It's all sensationalized. I mean, if everybody listened to what was inside the Daily Star, we would all be fighting amongst each other.
Well, so when we save the city,
Exactly.
when we save the city, then we'll come to you and we'll all get matching hero costumes. Okay, I promise. But until
No,
then,
it's-
I'll start working on the capes.
until then, I've been hearing about I've in my tales as a bard, I've heard stories of these magical bags that hold things. Have you heard of such a magical, wonderful bag that holds things?
Let me see what I've got just back here. Hold on one second. Let me go check the back room.
It'll be under holding, bag of.
Wendy goes shuffling off into the back room. She's always keeping that stuff. I tell her we should just sell it to Peregrine, but she keeps it back there like it's gonna make us extra money here.
Hey,
Wendy,
listen,
did you find anything yet?
I'm gonna want a costume that makes me look like I'm hard to draw.
Okay.
I want
See, I'm
spiky
get-
bits, leather collars. I want
I'm-
shoulders with pew 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 pew. I
I'm
want to
just
look
picturing
like I'm
Ace Frehley.
falling. Yes.
Right? Just Ace Frehley.
I think you guys have been spending too much time with Fernleaf. You're talking crazy again.
Yeah, maybe.
And out comes Wendy from the back. She actually has a shoulder bag that looks, it's like a single strapped book bag. It'll hold a good amount. And she opens it up, look inside, and it's actually the bag of holding. Not small size, it's kind of more like a haversack almost. And
You and Sandy Haversack.
you would hand your head
You were
Happy Harry Haversack.
Like, Tarek, for you, we'll do it for 75 gold pieces. How does that sound?
Mr. DM, I never do D&D money math because I always play hermits, and therefore don't have any money. So this is like I have 9.
Yeah, I have
have
like
9
15 gold pieces.
I have 9
between
platinum
us-
pieces. I have 9 platinum
Between us, we
pieces.
have 39 platinum pieces, 201 gold pieces, and 175 silver. So
Yeah, we're fine. I
I
dropped
don't know who
I dropped
exactly-
75. I dropped 75 gold on the table and go, we'll take it. And here's a down payment, and I put down another 20.
A down payment for you want those shoulders with the big pews, you said.
I want it
No,
to
the
be.
fireworks will cost extra. You realize you're gonna have to buy new.
No,
have to buy
fireworks.
charges.
No, it'll be illusion.
You
It'll
want
be
the
illusion, Wendy. It'll be
Illusions.
illusion, Wendy.
Illusions, Michael.
We got you. We got you. We'll see you
Now,
guys.
just Leather is fine. I can druid craft that into my own motif. I want some protection with it, and I may have some
You
curious.
sticking with the same purple color scheme that I usually see you in there, Mr. Moonhaven?
What if you were to make a number of rivets from this? He holds the ring that he's been wearing and not drawing any attention to from the rest of the party. But they should know, in case I die, what to loot off my body. I believe I have something that provides me with some psychic resistance. Or something. I have a star metal ring of psychic resistance.
Well, if you want us to use this for rivets, you probably should take it over to House 88. Strix will be able to break that down for it. We could use it afterwards, but we're not that type of crafters. We're good at fabric, not really metalwork.
Oh, I need armor. Something to descend from the night sky like the fury of angry heavens.
These are just simple tailors.
I
step in front and be like, these guys hem seams and
They are
like-
no mere tailors. I've seen them. They have elevated your performance. It's a multimedia display of genius from many fronts.
Okay, all right, it was a team effort. You're right.
I was a fan before we started fighting undead in the sewers.
Been doing what down in the sewers?
It's
Providing a
You working-
service that
Are you guys working for Artemis?
we're mere rat catchers, nothing more.
I don't remember who Artemis is.
I can't remember.
Artemis is the owner of Dibbitt's Castle, and he's also the head of the sanitation guild. They also take care of making sure the sewers are functioning as well. That is part of the sanitation.
Oh,
We're actually working. I mean, like, I was thinking about this. We're actually working for the mayor, right?
You were.
yeah.
We were.
He
We're kinda-
he set you guys adrift, and then he kind of went adrift in a different direction.
But officially, the very last status is that we are working for the mayor. So
Right, and
Correct.
that's only like a week old,
Right.
news-wise.
Correct.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So cool.
Throw some of that weight around still.
No, not right.
Oh, we're
Not
thinking-
right now.
okay.
Right here. I was just kind of trying to figure out what the status was, because if we don't go see him, then we can just continue to presume as if
Yeah.
we're working for
Right,
the mayor.
until they stop us,
Right.
we can just keep telling everyone we work for the mayor.
Well, I think we should use that sparingly, though.
Yeah, well, right, because the more we use it, the more likely it will come back and bite us.
Sure.
But, anyways,
Heading out of
Wendy, thank you very much for your time and your services. You were in a great
No
business.
problem, Tarek. Thanks for coming by. We're gonna have those other 2 capes in the week. And Margaret, and if you get that ring taken care of, I'm telling you, we could probably do something beautiful.
Thank you. I'll be in touch.
And when we walk out, I take that cloak off, I shove it in that bag, and I go, I can't be walking around in this now.
Let's swing by my apartment. We're going to put my belongings in that bag.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And
That's how we both move out. Because I ain't living there no more.
We're taking this show on the road. Go underground. Remain nimble.
Oh my goodness. I have one roll hanging out for Morgan.
Oh, sorry.
No apologies.
I was watching Tyler's feed.
So as
So
you're
I was role playing with him.
as you're talking to Tarek about heading back to the apartment and loading it up with all of your stuff, you guys start heading down the road from Williams Clothiers. Oops, circle. Coming up in this- coming up-
Williams
coming up-
Clothiers.
coming up the road in that direction towards the cube. You can see at the end of the road, and everybody except for Morgan notices that passing, heading northeast in this direction, is Travis Kemp crossing your path.
He's like a
What?
bad penny. He just keeps turning.
Yeah,
And I start
everyone, when
following
Mark Grimmon keeps walking and talking, everyone else in the group stops and
Isn't
That's
that
how
your...
Oh, go ahead.
No, that was it. Isn't that your...
That's a tender mercy. That's how I know God's real. It's because I keep not seeing Travis Kemp until I almost trip over him.
Right, because you couldn't find him when we were at the mayor's place either, right? Or at the mayor's.
This is the third time.
His press
You
conference
could-
or whatever.
yeah,
for lack of a
couldn't-
better word.
Couldn't find him at Godric's wake either.
Yeah, this is the third time I have
Right.
failed to notice him. That's why he's my nemesis and must be stopped.
Well, but again, this is
Keeps
this is one of
sneaking
those,
up on me.
right. This is one of those things where it's just like we couldn't have written this. You know what I mean? But the and the dice are doing it. So it's it's these moments that I'm just like, thank you. There is a God and He is D&D. Oh, or He lives
Careful.
in the dice. I asked God to smite me in kindergarten and it never happened. So
It
that
never
was
happened, right?
It never
Yeah.
happened. Never happened.
Yeah. Okay, full confession time. Between my Catholic baptism and my Lutheran big review and my Lutheran catechism class, I blasphemed. Mom, I'm sorry. I gave my middle finger to the crucifixion, and then I felt really bad about it. And I was like, I don't know why I feel bad. It's a piece of wood. It's not God. That's animism, and that's not what
Catholicism?
Christianity is. I was like, it breaks down under its own investigation of itself. So I was kind of skeptical at a young age. But
Sorry,
I was
Tom's
trying.
sorry, Tom's mom, if you're watching.
Yeah, sorry.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Liar! Blasphemer!
Bunch of heathens, I tell you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Just a
Anyways,
few of them. Just a few of them.
half a dozen.
All right, moving right along. Diddy dum, diddy dum. But loose and fancy free.
Getting
Heading
there
off
is
to
half
the
the fun.
northeast is Travis Kemp. Are you guys gonna follow Travis Kemp? Or are you guys gonna
Been
go
out
pick up
there
more
for a
Grimmon
while.
stuff from Water?
no, we wait until it's just us on the street. We
You know how to
follow.
follow them? Yeah. Yeah, at least
At
follow
this,
them, right?
at this point, it's about sunset.
Where are you going?
I flag Morgan. Get over here.
Yeah, you oughta.
Why'd you grab my ear?
And you guys follow him as the sun is beginning to set, as he makes his way up towards Emong Estates and starts heading down the main path, passing the front gate of Emong Estates.
Do we wait and see what he does, or do we confront him?
Well, we keep following him.
The sun falls just below the horizon line, and the arc lights that are throughout Deep Root begin to light the road and path ahead of you. Travis heading towards what was Root Gate, northeast. On the map for everybody else.
Interesting. Cool.
As he gets to the gate, go ahead.
I was just gonna say my original plan prior to seeing him or not seeing him was, just Tarek and I go clean it out because I'm trying to talk to Tarek with nobody else around. I want to just put a pin in that.
We can. I'm all for moving out of Waters and using the bag of holding and finding some new place. So we can. That totally can happen, Tom. So, anyways, play.
I mean, you guys could-
Assuming we make it back to
That's
our
true.
apartment.
That's
Right,
true.
assuming we make it back to our apartment.
I'm worried about rent. I should be worried about bleeding.
And as he gets to the gate, he stops and turns around, his notebook in his hand, and he seems to be scanning the edge of the mesa where it is cracked and open above Deep, the sky up above.
Is he looking in the same direction of Morgerman's void?
The void? No.
Void star.
The way he is scanning,
Okay.
he is scanning the very edge of the opening in the top of the mesa. Scanning from, right to left, kind of along that horizon line, like he's looking for something.
But where we're at in Grumrunner, we're actually able to see the stars now versus
Correct.
versus Waters Tower or the other places that I totally know their names.
Correct.
Yeah, the
It's in my
place
character,
all of
right?
To send. Punch.
Okay, cool. That's kind of neat. That's probably neat. We're
We're gonna send a whole bunch of perception checks out. It's what?
I'm perceiving.
Nice.
All right.
I don't know why I
Norval
thought of that.
and Rasan.
I do know.
You guys start looking up along the edge, trying to figure out maybe what he's looking for. You guys see the lights as the Emong Estates Zeppelin takes flight just along the edge, which is right here. Morgrimmon, you look up and you realize that their Zeppelin is taking off. Their color is a little bit different, matching the Emong Estates coloring.
Shit.
They see
Oswald,
us.
Oswald,
Yeah.
you look over your shoulder as something catches your eye in the tree in front of the Amon Estates. You see a pair of black sneakers hanging from a tree. It was something that Tabitha used to do to let you know if they needed you to come home.
Oh.
And last but not least, Norv, you look up ahead and you see Travis start writing something down, and his eyes follow Emong Estates ship as it begins to fly. And
Yeah.
a large explosion fills the sky as the ship crumbles in flames, falling just outside of the walls. You guys see a bright light from the southwest, from where the cube is, fire up and hit the roof of the mesa. And the light is so bright that the stars begin to fade, and you can't see anything from the outside world. Or outside of the mesa, I should say.
Am I within 6? Oh, go ahead, continue.
The earth begins to tremble as you see rocks begin to break free and fall from the roof of the mesa. Are you within 60 feet of what, Norbert?
I was gonna say, am I within 60 feet of Travis Kemp?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to cast Hold Person's Magic.
And what is the save for that?
His save would be
40.
DC 13. It's a Wisdom DC 13. I'll take that 10.
That was just a straight score without the roll. He got a 16.
Well, son of a bitch. Okay, well. There goes the second level spell slot.
Shivers and looks up and sees you and gets ready to bolt. Heading
I'd say,
That's
Roxanne!
not faster than Rasan.
Yeah.
Right, I go, Roxanne! I just scream at that point. For real.
Pick 'em.
Yeah, I'll take off. Yeah.
Yeah, because that little weasel knew.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, he knew. So we gotta catch this too.
I knew it. I love being right. I turn around. I love being right.
You know, when you're right, you're right. And you're always right.
Rasan.
That's why you guys shouldn't question my half plans, okay?
Oh, we gotta fix that. How did Chrome end up on
Hey, I'll half commit to just about any half plan.
Right. It depends on how good that half a plan
Get 'em.
is, right?
And how far that half a plan takes us. Yep.
Right. Because we all
Roxanne.
know we only get halfway through the plan anyways.
Yep.
Exactly.
Because the
quickly
dice are the
close-
other half of the plan.
You quickly close in on him, and as you get near to him, he spins around with the dagger. Back off, man! Back off! I don't know what you guys are doing, but you need to leave me alone.
You need to answer some questions.
No, how come you guys are always around whenever there's problems, man?
We're not asking. Oswald just walks up, and we'll make the rolls, but he's just gonna grab his wrist and shake the dagger out of his hand.
Can I just read back from the tape for just a moment because that was hilarious? It's like, we just want to ask you some questions. We're not asking.
He is going to take a swing at you, Oswald.
Okay. I let him hit. That way
Oh,
the
He
dagger's-
missed anyways. You can't tell him
Yeah,
what to do.
Yeah. You try to let him hit, and he's so scared.
Yeah.
Just
Oswald
whiffs.
Oswald just like steps into the blow. So because he doesn't know how to swing a club, his elbow just hits like Oswald's chest or something. It does want to grab him though.
What do you guys want? Just let me go.
Why are you here? You seem to know exactly what was going to happen.
I got a tip from a friend.
Mhm. Yeah, who?
Friend of yours too, Oz. Tanya.
Tenyon told you that to be here and to look up. What did he tell you?
Told me that he had a job. Somebody was going to be doing something along the edge of the mesa top. I was just trying to, catch the scoop before anybody else.
Well, you certainly did that, didn't you? Tell us about the papers. Who are you
You're
talking
in
to in the
danger.
headlines? They're coming for you next.
They're coming for us all, man. They're coming for us all. I need a roll.
Wait, is he just telling us that he's a shifter? Is he a shifter that we don't know about? Has he been like turning? Is he Pizza Rat?
He's a Renfield. That's what he
And
is.
as he starts saying that, Oswald, you're holding him and you hear a crunch. And you look down as he drops
Oh,
pieces
shit.
of an Arcana Troll tablet
Nice.
onto the ground.
Nice. That's what's just like shit.
And you hear
What
the
did you
air
do?
siren begin to
We're gonna
go
have
off.
company.
His Arcana Troll has now been summoned.
What's their response time?
Oh, it's relatively quick.
Sounds like 2d6
As you
rounds.
say,
I would
As
I would
you
like to
say-
roll an unarmed strike at Travis Kemp, please.
he is on the combat tracker. Feel free to drop it on him.
Okay. Yeah.
Kick him in the ding ding.
Yeah, let me get the combat tracker up. Hopefully I have unarmed strike.
I don't see him.
Oh, I don't have unarmed strike on here.
It's okay, I do. I might only have one hit point though. I don't want to kill him.
So
Yeah,
what
that's what I was
what is it?
thinking,
Like I'm not proficient, so it would just be like a
Melee
D-
strike.
a
Make
20
a
and
straight,
up.
yeah. Make a straight
Just roll your
melee
strength
attack.
score.
Yeah.
Just roll my strength.
Yeah.
All right, here I'm gonna
Hang
do it
along,
on him. I
hang
think
along.
that worked. No, that's not how this fucking
There's
works.
that little die next to your strength under abilities on the main tab. If you just click on that.
Yeah, I tried dropping it on
Okay.
Travis, but it didn't work. So I'm just gonna do it in the
Oh,
channel.
okay.
Oh, you definitely punched him in the ding ding.
Oh,
No,
well,
that
I
was-
didn't.
that was-
I didn't. punch
that
him.
was
Oh, no,
that
I
was
didn't
me,
punch
but
him.
Oh,
but
I
he
Norval,
can
rolled a
have that
6.
roll. Yeah.
I rolled a 6.
Norval,
So
would you like
Norval
to,
comes in and says you can catch these hands.
yeah, would you like to roll some damage for me, Norval?
I actually was not actually going to hit him. I was just
I
clicking
missed.
on the thing.
So
and
I
did it.
miss. I take a swing at him and I miss. And I say, "How many? What is it? Is it worth it, Travis? Is it worth it?"
My place is nicer than yours. You tell me if it's worth it.
I think Oswald's gonna knock him out. Throw him over his shoulder and blast him with the wall.
Yeah, and then we get the hell out of here. Yeah.
Right.
Drop a swing at him.
I would like to just specify that this is
We just
Right.
got a bag of holding.
Non-lethal damage. This is
I'm
just
non-lethal
saying.
damage. DM.
That's a hit.
I'm just saying, you could stuff them in the bag of holding. Let's go.
This is a whole lot of non-lethal damage.
Yeah, it
I
is.
want to be very clear.
So he is unconscious.
Oswald like throws him over his shoulder and then, yeah, let's go.
And as you guys begin to make haste on your way through Deep Root, you see Rasan. You had seen these underneath in the sewers with crinks when you guys snuck in. There are these large metal spheres that stand about
shit.
3 feet tall that are rolling down the street in the direction of where you guys were.
Look.
You guys dodge down an alleyway, hide behind a small.
Yeah, because these things pop up into are they the golems or are they the
There's some type of.
They're Arcana
golems.
troll. We don't want to get involved.
yeah?
I
Some
picture them
type
like
of golems.
droidicas.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, right.
picturing from the prequels. Yep.
And they roll past the end of the.
Crap, it's the Trade Federation.
They roll past the end of the alleyway. I'm going
No one expects commerce.
to random roll.
It can't be capitalism that's destroying society
Tarek-
and the
Tarek?
fabric of everything.
Eric, you got the random roll.
Oh.
You peek around the
Hey,
edge
Jesus.
and you realize that just a couple of buildings down, that the large metallic spheres begin to slow down and they begin to roll back in your direction.
So they're doubling back.
They're doubling back.
Can we get deep enough so then we're like on a street parallel to this one as opposed to one going perpendicular?
Roll random roll. This one went to Oswald. Oswald, give me a random roll. Oswald, Tarek turns around, starts telling you that they're coming back. You know, we gotta figure out a way out of here. You turn around and you look, and god damn it, not the sewers again. There's a sewer grate right there.
Fucking
Well,
sewers.
I'm starting to lean into some of the things I was thinking about Oswald earlier, and
Should have made turtles.
I think maybe that's the way he made his way around the city.
And you
He's like, this way.
pop the lid of the sewer. Get down. You guys all get down there and you get it closed just in time as one of the spheres rolls over the top of it. Very noisy above. And you hope that Hasbro doesn't sue you because they own Wizard of the Coast, so you
7
hope that
seconds.
they don't sue you.
Right, we're celebrating two of your biggest
Let
IPs.
us play with your toys!
We love them.
And you hear the golems marching above, searching, overturning the garbage, etc., looking for whoever it was that just went through the sewer grates. You guys start making your way away from the sewers, and you're probably about 60 feet away before you hear the sewer starting to be lifted. You guys are able to escape. Where are you guys going to try to take Travis's body? Is some beam of light is firing out of?
Can we bring them to Strix?
Trying to bring our kidnapped victim to Strix.
I was
Well,
trying.
we
What's the
can-
closest place? Is the apothecary the closest place? We've never done anything in the apothecary. Let's interrogate him in the
shit,
back.
Let's
we
take
can go to
50 feet of rope. We're going to tie up his ankles, tie up his wrists, put a bag over his
The
head.
apothecary would probably be the closest place.
So we'll
all I
drag,
know
drag him to
sincerity,
Ferns.
I-
Okay.
And I've got a key.
Perfect.
There you go.
we can use the cape I just paid for as a hood since we don't have one at the moment.
And we can stuff him full of mushrooms until he talk. Wait, no, sorry.
No, we could
don't-
just.
I don't know what came over me.
No, let's stuff ourselves full of him until he talks.
No, you don't want to eat quantity. This new blue strain is dangerous. I think it made me see a void star dragon that shall consume this whole world.
No, that was real, dude. That was real. That was the thing you saw in the void up there.
You saw it too?
Well, you were telling me about it. It sounds like it could be.
Arriving,
Splash, splash.
you guys make your way through the sewers and actually find your way out. The sewer grate just behind the apothecary Morgrimmon that you know of. It's where you dumped many a wastewater.
This is the
from
happiest sewer
hydroponic setup.
exploration music ever.
No, this is Fernleaf's place. This is what it
Oh,
sounds like
oh,
when you
okay.
guys get inside Fernleaf's. Hopping in the door,
Oh,
That-
okay.
That makes sense. That
open
works.
into the large greenhouse, which is compartmentalized into many smaller greenhouses, all of different temperaments and climates. You make your way up the circular stairs that take you to the top where you are growing your mushrooms.
I feed the fish on the way, since this is a dual-purpose hydroponic aquaculture setup.
Arriving, you don't even need to light a candle, as the mushrooms are now about maybe 2 inches in height with 3-inch caps and are giving off enough glow to light the entire room in a light purple haze.
Give me something bouncy in an E, little blues riff, if you wouldn't mind. Watch, it's a curious property. If you harmonize, they will alight. So, Morgrimmon has learned that if you sing to these mushrooms, they glow brighter.
Neat.
You know.
Oswald,
I'm sorry, Tom. I just immediately thought of that scene in Gremlins 2 when they're like, he likes it, and Gizmo's yeah, Gizmo's dancing. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
Oswald, you start to feel Travis start to jerk and pull. He's starting to wake up. Where am I? What are you guys doing to me, man? Just let me go.
Keep the hood over his head. Yeah, keep his head covered.
I saw you guys. I'm gonna
Put him-
tell
Gag him.
everybody.
Put him someplace. Put him.
I swear this is clean. I
There a closet?
put a pair of socks in his mouth.
Oh.
They're clean. They're only wore them twice.
Let's loosen that. Let's make sure.
They're
We
clean.
don't want 'em suffocate.
Is
I haven't
there
worn them.
is there is there an opportunity? Oh, no. Never mind. That's flat. Never mind. I rescind.
Okay.
I disappear.
Is there a
Rewind the
closet
tape.
we can put him in? He says to, or Oswald says to Morgrimmon. He's still
Yeah,
over his shoulder.
There's the mop bucket closet over in the corner.
We use these to soak up where the leaks are. You stuff them under. They're just little absorbent pads. That desiccant is new, but it'll dry your mouth out something fierce.
Oswald's gonna double check that there's nothing like sharp in there or anything like that, and then just drop him in there and close the door. Be quiet. Slams the door.
So you've
And then
got
like
it-
pulls everybody aside. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, what
All right, what's the plan?
What,
Right, what's
what's
the
the
plan?
plan? What are we doing? What do we want to know? Yeah, basically have a conversation. Let him sweat in the closet a little bit.
Right, exactly. So we want to know. So he got told by Tenyans. Okay.
Okay, I have to let out the cat. Excuse me.
How many other scoops did he get this way? Right.
Oops.
So he,
Yeah.
he's here.
Oh.
He's here because he can be the first one to report on it. How
Mhm.
many other, what other news stories has Tenyans fed him?
Yeah, good
Okay.
question. Yeah.
So that, to me, that's question number, that's party question number one. Question number two, he has a theory for what's happening, right? He has to have a theory of what's happening. So I want to hear that.
Well, how about you ask the questions and Oswald we'll just get involved if he
I'm
needs
okay with that.
coercion.
Yeah, and
A little good cop, bad
Rasan will
cop.
be sitting in the back, just behind,
Okay.
just kind of like
All right.
watching over everything.
Okay,
just
yeah, I'll
to make
take lead
sure
on this.
nothing gets out of control.
No,
yeah.
if you guys are fine with that,
You're
I'll
the
take lead
bard,
on
yeah,
this.
you should
Totally.
be, yeah.
Then
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds
Norval's
good.
really uncomfortable with this, and he's gonna walk out into the greenhouse.
Set him up in a chair, tie him to the chair.
Yeah.
All right, so Norv, you head off
Holding
into
it
the
up.
greenhouse and you're looking around, and you know where Fernleaf keeps his special stash, so you head off to that portion of the greenhouse as the rest
Yep.
of the party ties off Travis Kemp to a chair.
Ties up.
Eyes up.
We're not tying off anybody.
Yeah,
We're tying
that's,
up.
yeah, that doesn't. Yeah.
I'm not sure what's happening next or prior.
Hey, you never
But
know.
damn.
Do you guys know Travis's safe word?
We didn't give him the opportunity to tell us.
Extra, extra. Anyways. You guys tie him up to the chair. Take the sock, I'm assuming, out of his
The mask.
mouth.
I'm gonna
Or the
rip the
sock
hood
off.
off his head. I'm gonna
There you go.
his head and I'm gonna take the sock out of his mouth.
What are you guys? You guys are crazy.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. And I point to Roxanne. I point to Oz over here, and I go, I'm the only thing stopping them from killing you. So you're gonna answer my questions, or they're gonna beat you up. I'm gonna call my buddy Nord.
Rasan
gonna get you back up,
smiles and lets
and he's-
shows him
and
all
we're
his
gonna do it
teeth.
again until you cooperate. Capiche?
Do you want me to shut up or you want me to answer?
You shut up when you're
Very
talking
good.
to me.
Very good. You're listening. So feel free. You gonna answer my questions?
Depends on whether or not Zoom's gonna let me hear him.
Ah, okay. Is it that bad?
I just went like totally domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
For every lie, we
What's
take
that?
a finger. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
It's that bad right now.
We can
Yeah,
hear
just
you.
for a
That
moment.
was
Yeah,
quick.
I can hear you. That's good. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
see.
Chop
You
that
got a
short
little
and
max
quick.
headroom going on the video, but it's cool. It's a vibe. I'm digging.
Okay.
We'll do our
Um,
best. I apologize if you have to repeat yourself.
I apologize for having to repeat myself. So you were there because of Tenyans. He gave you the scoop. Look upside. You go out there. You get your little pen. Extra, extra. I'm a piece of shit, and I do this for money. And meanwhile, the town's going to the toilet.
Hey, you think I did the jobs? I don't set up the jobs, and he just does the trade. It's all gold, man. It's the only thing this place runs off of.
How many news stories have you got from Tenyon?
Not many. Every once in a while, I go there, give him some gold. He gives me a tip. Like your show. He's the one who told me to go to your show.
Which show?
Roll
one
these
at-
Fs.
The
one-
show.
I would assume.
The
The
show.
one at the
You
gear.
know, the one that
one
made
at the
you
gear.
famous. Yeah.
I was famous before that.
More
The
like
one at the gear.
More like Godric was famous.
I
Gotta
look
be
over
there.
to Roxanne. I say, "Hey,
Physics jog his memory.
Oh,
okay, all right,
You jogged it a little too hard.
Yeah, no, I would kill him.
okay, all right. Okay." I hold him back. All right. So
At
that
this
one.
rate, that's probably all you guys are going to do with me anyways. I mean, you're not going to let me out of here. You let me out of here, I'm
What do
going
you
to
mean?
tell everybody.
Who's
What
gonna
else you
believe?
going to do? Who's going to believe me?
You
You
know,
ever see
you
the
little-
sales on our paper? By the time I'm done with you, you won't even be able to go to the park.
Oh,
I'm
my
glad you-
sweet brother in Amora. You little shit. I could turn you into an unpleasant creature and toss you down the privy. Is that what you
Unpleasant
would like?
creature. What are you going to do? Turn me into your mother?
Yeah, no. Hey, more Moonhaven, please. Thank you. And
Hold me
say,
back. Hold me back.
Moonhaven, please.
I don't
You-
think you guys really got the balls here.
This is
I
my
think
place of
I'm
employment.
certain.
My
Real
last
smart to
remaining
bring.
job.
Real smart to bring me here. I mean, eventually. We're not...
Oswald silently.
Rasan hits
Go
him.
ahead, drop
Non-lethal damage, though.
drop some damage on him.
No.
Yeah, the problem is he's gonna pass out.
The only language we all share in this party is violence.
Why don't you let me have that? Need more Grimmin. Oswald says 2 more Grimmin about the haversack. Or
And he falls over unconscious on the ground again.
But
Yeah,
check
I'll-
it.
I'll
I like
get
the instant death
Or
effect.
in the
That's
chair.
awesome.
I say we put him in the tank with the
Oh
fish.
no, never mind. No, no.
Let
no.
him wake up.
Oh wait, actually, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta do some math here.
Oh, did we
Can
just
we get that-
accidentally kill him?
Yeah, he went into instant death land.
He would have been.
because-
He would have been at 1 hit point. At 1 hit point. However,
Well, you
you
can-
still would have exceeded it by 6. Well, no. We'll see. He's just unconscious. He's not.
Yeah, I wasn't meaning to kill him. I was just meaning to knock him out.
Oh, it happens sometimes though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
When you punch the weak and defenseless, they eventually die.
Go figure. You know,
Well, yeah, but now
no
you're
matter
making
how
him
many times you do it, it happens every time.
We need to scare him. He's had too good a run of luck. Hang him by his feet over the tank. I'll agitate the fish.
We don't need to. Hand me the haversack.
I'll hand you the.
The puddle underneath him begins to grow as he reviews himself.
How many people are gonna make
unconscious.
pee?
At least twice
All
today.
as
Many
At least 2
as it
today.
takes.
This is
Do
part
it
of
in
the
one day. I
process.
mean, that's a bucket list.
As
item.
many-
So much piss. What?
As it takes.
As many as it takes.
Now there's an accomplishment to unlock.
We're not Blackadder. we're Lack Bladder.
Successfully unlocked 50 piss puddles.
Well, we get to put that on the achievement board.
Oh man.
You are the golden party. All right,
Somebody had to
moving right
program
along,
that
diddy dum,
effect.
diddy dum.
There's a digital piss boy.
You
I hand
guys
the
gonna-
sack.
you guys
I
gonna-
hand the haversack to Oswald.
Well, he's unconscious, right?
Hmm.
We just wake him
Yeah.
up easily, or
We probably got to get Norv.
Are you just gonna put him in the sack? Get in you go.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna stand over him, and I'm gonna put the sack over his head. Now, there's gonna be some preamble, so he'll have some choices to make.
Alright.
So once
What
he's
did you
awake,
take a level in?
Chaotic evil.
Did you go warlock? Like what? You got a new
That's like a level of
stylist.
murder.
Everything's different about you.
So,
Yeah,
so
why are you
this-
wearing all black leather?
Yeah, he's coming off his hair back now for some reason.
You shake him a little bit and he starts to wake up.
he's like, and he says, I've always wondered about these things. And he holds
Guys,
open
you
the bag.
guys
He's like,
hit,
these things are
man.
amazing. And he puts his hand in and it just like disappears. It's magic. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I've often
magic.
wondered-
I've heard about magic.
What happens when I put
Guys-
someone's head in it?
You guys think to punch me like that is gonna
Now I'm gonna
get
ask you
some
some
type
questions.
of action? You're gonna get some answers.
I'm gonna put the
Punch
bag
him?
over his head.
And his feet start kicking and he's jerking about trying to pull his head out of the bag.
And then I take the bag off. Oh, so that's what happens.
It's like
That's like pretty much
That's
exactly,
exactly
what
why
I
Norv is
expected.
not in the room. Because if Norv was in the room, he would be able to deal with
You're
this.
a sick son of a
Tell us
bitch.
about the
I
headlines.
was-
This is extra dimensional
headlines.
waterboarding, man. That's pretty dark.
What do you mean
It's a-
about the headlines?
Really?
I'll tell you about the headlines.
It's a little
I
dark
write
for you,
them
Mr.
because they
Incredible.
sell papers. They sell papers. You mean headlines? What are you talking about?
Who are you sending messages to?
People. The people who want to know. The city's darker than you could even imagine, you sick
I'm
fuck.
gonna need you to be a little more specific.
Put him back in the sack.
Specific? What are you gonna do? Just keep sticking my head in there? You think the answers are gonna get better? The more less
I
brain
put that
cells I
sack
have?
over his head.
And his feet start kicking and jerking.
Not
What's
too
a
long.
brain cell? Is it a place where they keep the brains?
Mhm. And then let him think about it.
I think I heard something about that.
No, you guys are gonna fry by the time I'm done with you. Arcana Troll's not gonna be able to even put you guys inside
you
a
said.
urn.
What makes you think you're getting out of here?
Well, if that's your answer, then maybe I don't have any more answers. Maybe I don't have to answer your questions anymore. If you're gonna kill me, just fucking kill me.
Mm.
Good lord. The story went dark.
I believe we were just trying to intimidate him, but
Well, that's what I was
gee.
hoping for. I expected a roll by now.
Anytime now. I'm trying to help now. Like I'm like,
Yeah,
all right,
thanks.
he's bad cop. Do I have to be worse cop? It's like
I mean, I expected an intimidation check long before now.
it's mango and rash.
Worst cop and homicidal cop.
Right. Right. I'm overcompensating cop and he's raging alcoholic cop.
Bourbon and the Insane present.
He actually seems to be. I just
team production.
I just redropped that because the tower. I didn't want to do a tower. He does still seem to be. Let me give you a second one. We'll say at this point, with using the haversack, we're going to give you a free advantage roll.
Well, yeah, I mean, at this point, aren't all of us giving him aid? Because we're just letting it happen. You know, Roxanne already gave him the electric boogaloo.
As a player, I feel horrible about it, and Morgrimmon as a person feels bad for a minute, but he's already starting to
I
give in to
thought
his ego's
pulling out
worst
the
urges.
bag and doing the bit. I thought pulling out the bag and doing the pantomime was going to give me enough for an intimidation check.
I was
didn't
just
think it was
having
gonna-
fun
Yeah.
with. I was just having.
Oh, no,
fun
no,
with
no, no, no,
RPing,
sorry, no,
so
that's
I
fine,
didn't
Sean.
even
I'm
think
fine.
about the roll.
I'm fine.
No.
I'm
I was having fun RPing. Completely.
I was just
forgot
trying to
dice.
give him
Forgot dice
advantage on the roll.
existed for a few minutes.
It was pretty heavy there for.
I'm telling you, I get the information from Tanya on some of the jobs, okay? And the rest of it, you know about the shifters. And I'm sure you guys know about the dead up in Deep Root. You guys spend enough time with Strix.
Yep.
So
What do you know
city's
about
corrupt.
the dead and deeper?
Right. What do you know about the dead?
They ain't gone. They're just waiting for their chance. I think they're working. I think that's why they went after the wares, the shifters. They're the only people who could stop the dead from walking again.
I thought you were a champion of this city.
How
I
else
was
do you
wrong.
think the people who read between the lines are able to figure out where to stay away from? I knew something was happening tonight.
You're a leech, just like the vampires.
Hold on.
No.
Are you letting the shapeshifters know? Are you sending signals to them?
I put what I know in the paper. The shifters, they ain't clean either. From one
didn't
of my
think so.
sources, I heard it was Mutt and his guys. They're the ones who took your friend Godric. He's not gone. Not gone. That's just the story they want you to believe.
Oh,
I've heard enough.
prove it.
Bunch of Mutt's guys. They were seen transporting right out of Waters Towers. You guys were too busy running around in the sewers that night. You know, chasing down whoever it was that tried to get deep pockets. I was told a couple of street boys who I pay out of the hovels. They saw 3 of Mutt's guys, Godric, sneak out, and they took them all the way up to the Citadel.
You broke into my apartment.
Break in anywhere I want. Got to get information somehow.
You could have asked.
What are you gonna do?
Rick.
Tell on me? After
Well,
this bullshit, I don't think they're gonna care about a little B&E after a little bit of whatever the fuck you guys are doing here.
It's
I was not
it's
gonna-
kidnapping and attempted murder, I think, Travis. But
That sounds about right.
so
Truth be told, I made drugs in that closet. I'm not gonna get my
Attempted.
security deposit back anyway.
Tempted.
Yeah, tempted. What?
We're
so-
very good at it. we're 8-0.
So what do you guys
If
want
we
out
were
of me?
Trying, it would be done.
How much more do I got to tell you before you let me have some peace, whether it's on the other side or out the door?
I hate you a little less. That was good information we didn't have.
Yes,
No, I hate you about the same.
I understand.
Oswald
Not
said
helping your
Oswald-
cause.
Oswald's going to move to untie him.
I hate you about the same.
Yeah.
I love it.
Are you a champion of the city?
I'm a champion of anybody who'll read between the lines. The city's dirty and none of you are clean.
But it's about right, but it's about admitting that and trying to be more, right? It's about choosing to put that behind you and be something better, Travis. Like that's
About
why
setting aside.
that's why you got into journalism in the first place, isn't it? You didn't. You
The
didn't
way
get
you're
into write that-
talking, Tarek, I think you're going for the position that Brother Billy left open.
Oh no.
Speaking of Brother Billy, where's your friend Norv?
He
Clinging to his mother's apron strings. Oh, hi, no. Sorry. Terribly awkward.
No,
fireball
Norv's.
No.
Norv's still off in another part of the.
I know,
at this
but the
point.
thing is like I've been wanting to. At some point in tonight's evening, like tonight's journeys, I really want to have dropped back from the rest of the crowd
He still hasn't
to
figured
talk
it
to
out, has
Tarek.
he? He still hasn't figured it out, has he?
Ooh, what?
that his
Mother-
mom.
His mother spent so much time at that church. Her and Billy so close.
That's why we need to move
Norv's
out.
father died when he was born.
I am not telling Norv any of this.
Mom's banging Brother Billy.
What do you, you're the son of a preacher man. You say what?
Hold on.
You say
Hold on
what?
one moment, everybody.
Acknowledged. I'm riffing. The DM isn't here.
Time to vamp.
Right.
I was hoping for a couple verses of Son of a Preacher Man.
I mean, the thing is that this is what has happened. Look at what we've done.
At least it was
So-
the joke, man.
So we just earned a PG-13 on this. I won't use
At
the F
least.
word. And
Only
I don't know.
PG-13. Fuck that. It said mature when you logged in.
I'm
18
saying
plus.
that the party went a little darker
Fuck,
tonight.
fuck,
For the
fuck,
first
fuck,
time,
fuck,
I was
fuck,
like,
fuck,
oh,
fuck.
well,
fuck,
I mean,
fucking fucks.
I mean, I've been wanting to come and beat the shit
Whoa,
out of Travis.
buddy, that's a different channel.
Well,
That's a
you-
different bit of content.
You're
You
you're
get paid
putting
more for that.
commas that don't exist in the sentence. Okay, grammatically it was fine. But I've been wanting to beat the
So-
shit out of Travis for like
What's the
2
plan?
months.
I am too, but I can't believe how dark, how fast, how willing I was to be like, yes, put his head in the bag again.
We
Like,
gotta go.
like-
Well, we gotta go see that. Damn it, I can't think of the name. It's just
Tenyon?
Tenyon.
yeah, Tenyon, yeah.
Or Mutts.
Strix? Mutt?
Yeah, or Godric. They took Godric.
Yeah. Well, that's what I want clarification on. That took, as in like
Godric's alive.
they snagged him, like, or they took him in that, hey, I'm Godric and I'm going with these guys,
He did, from my understanding, he wasn't very combative. Seemed like a willing participant.
But they
Or,
also
like,
left his
guarded
hand
him.
there.
They brought-
His hand. How'd you know it's his hand? Did you hold hands with it? Did it feel like when every time he took you to dinner?
I wish we didn't untie you. Um,
I wish you wouldn't have brought me here. So there's two of us who have wishes that, that we're shit.
I love this guy.
Man, you really don't have anyone or
He
anything.
has.
I have to stop these two from killing you, and you're okay.
Yeah, it's you, man.
All right.
You guys
I'm
have-
sorry.
too.
I'm sorry, Travis. I'm sorry, Travis.
I think there's at least 3 people here that would kill him, but
No, we're
Probably.
not gonna kill you. We're not gonna kill you. Unless
My
you
life's
print
suffering
something about
enough.
this happening.
Unless we decide.
If I see
Right.
if we see anything in print,
Because we want the same thing, Travis. We
And
want
what's
Grum, we want Grumrunner to be safe and habitable for all of us. That's
Where's
what we
the
want.
story in that? You want me to write about popcorn and cotton candy?
It's
Damn.
so
they just blew up.
Norval
Emong
walks in the
family
room,
ship.
You guys talk about cotton candy? What is going on in here?
And
Popcorn,
they've been
you
plotting
got
this
candy.
for
You-
Sounds like a
decades.
fun time.
You think that the Emong family losing a Zeppelin's gonna hurt?
You want a
them?
story? You want to hear a story about the Domo?
What do you got? I'll pay for that.
You want to hear a story about deals, back alley handshakes?
Absolutely. What do you got? Cyrus? And
Dang it.
Oh.
Shit. Fuck.
The
I
problem
like
is I'm
that.
trying
That
to
was
remember one guy's name.
that's back channel diplomacy right there.
Dolly Filetto.
Thank
Dolly
you, thank you.
Filetto.
Thank you. Okay. Oswald remembers. So tell me what why don't you tell me how much you know about what the Domo's doing?
The Domo, he controls all the money. I'm telling you, he's probably working with the dead. That's where most of the gold that runs this place comes from. The Amon family, it's all just window dressing.
Okay. Well, then maybe we can give you something.
I'll tell you right now, she's a little fucked up herself, you know. She ain't exactly right either. All those children. But, you know.
Arcana Troll. What if we gave you
Troll
something,
what?
Travis? What if we gave you
I'm
something,
still
Travis?
waiting. You said you had something for me, and I'm answering questions. What do you got for me?
Filetto.
Yeah.
Dolly Filetto.
Hmm?
What do you know about the deal between Dolly Filetto and the Domo?
I'm sure if it's a deal between Domo and Dolly Filetto, I'm sure they're probably paying Arcana Troll for something. I don't know what.
What did you make of the missing dock shipment?
The dock shipment
Massive amounts of materials imported from Raja Azir used to
that was
create
supposed to be
light.
going to Strix. That was supposed to be going to Strix. Why don't you ask him about that? Strix is
didn't
the
blow up
only
the dock.
one.
Tenyon
Oh,
did.
we didn't blow up the dock. Tenyon didn't blow up the dock. That came from a contract. That came from Deeper.
Came through
Not
Tenyon.
Deep Pockets, Deeper. Sorry, my head's a little swimmy still. Happens, lack of oxygen.
So, are you telling me you don't know any of this?
You
I thought you had your ear to the ground.
The dock came from deeper.
You know, for someone who says claims to know the truth, you sure don't know. Massive amounts of raw materials used to create something that creates light,
Uh-huh.
mysteriously lost, presumably, at the bottom of the bay.
And found tonight, apparently, and I point outside.
So you're
This
telling
goes
me
back a long time.
that Arcana Troll has something out against the Deados? Everybody
Arcana-
up in Deeproot. No, then what's the light? You're
They're working
confusing me.
together.
Where'd the light come from?
From what I saw, the cube, and then the next thing I know, my head was in a sack.
Uh-huh. The cube.
So you're
Who
telling me
has
Ar-
the resources to create something, a weapon like that, and source it from the cube? Is some other party at play trying to make Arcana Troll look like the attackers there? I doubt it. You're a reasonable man.
What do you expect me to do, man? I'll write a story about it. We'll see what we can fish out, but you know, that sounds investigation sounds more like your guys' thing.
I'm pretty sure that we can give you scoops that Tenyon cannot.
All right, I'll make a deal with you. You tell me the stories, I'll write them. As long as they keep selling, I'll keep writing them.
Well, first we want to look for Godric.
What do you mean
Right.
he's not gone?
What do you know about Godric?
That's not fair to his grieving process.
Yeah, now I'm gonna get all like boomeranged about it.
Told you. The
Well,
night
it
he
sounded like he
supposedly
wanted
died.
to disappear. Yeah.
The night he supposedly died. Spotted with a bunch of Mutt's men. They took him up to Deeproot, took him to the Citadel, and that's the last place we saw him. And the next thing I know, the reports coming out, city guard saying that he's murdered. All Waters Towers is shut down. Nobody can get in. Nobody can get out, except for you guys for some reason.
It's kind of my house.
I live there.
Yeah,
So
Thinking
are
of
you ready
moving.
are you ready for the other secret?
Sure.
I would recommend not printing this yet, but we're on a mission from the mayor before he became compromised.
Compromise? What do you mean compromise?
He hired us to find out who was behind the assassination attempt. This is where our trail is leading.
It was Vipers. It was simple. I saw the cloak. You guys saw the cloak. It jumps
Ah,
right over the
yes.
road.
Oh,
You
guys
were the
chased him
ones
down.
right. You
Anyone
mean this
could remember
close?
seeing what they wanted you to see. Now who's drinking the proverbial beverage of
Listen,
sweetness?
listen. I only print what I can prove, and I can only prove what is seen and what I have personal sources for.
You don't even have dark vision. How much could you see?
Well, every time I walk up on you, you jump like a scared cat. So I'm assuming you don't see much either.
You are my foil. I don't know what it is, but maybe we could get a coffee afterwards.
Maybe you should lay off some of those mushrooms.
Well, I shot my shot. I don't know. Off-camera hate fucking might be good for this dynamic. Never know what you're gonna get.
The ground begins to shake
Never
and
leave.
Oh shit!
rumble
I've offended the gods.
again.
Again, Tom.
Looking-
Did you hear
looking-
that?
Yeah,
Looking
again.
out,
Ooh, I felt the earth move.
looking out the glass roof of the greenhouse. Gonna send some perception checks.
Oh, we're perceiving.
So it depends on what you see. You might not see shit.
You're gonna see something. It depends on how perceiving perception is.
Oh boy.
Once again, my love of the halfling's leaf has clouded my vision.
Morgriven, would you like to now
What?
perceive something as well?
You know, I only get in trouble when I roll dice. Oh snap!
Ooh.
Okay, all right. That's
Looking out, you can make out, or you can see that the edge of the crater, the opening on the mesa top, seems to be growing as the light hits it. It is closing, healing, getting ready to cover the sky above.
Wait, what?
Wait.
Oh.
So the beam of light is
Is
shooting.
reconstructing
Yeah.
the mesa?
The
Yeah.
part that is missing and opening, it is closing off the sky.
Whoa. Right.
That's-
So the vampires can
Nice.
come outside and start eating everybody because
Awesome.
Perpetual.
We're not high
Lots
enough
of
level
fun,
for that just
Awesome.
yet. We need to stop this.
yeah, we gotta start leveling quick.
Summon woodland creature, bam! Summon woodland creature, bam!
I just got that. I consider taking it as one of the 2 spells I have prepared that are third level spells.
I only need to
Um,
do this 5,000 more times and we'll be ready, sir.
I'm so sorry, Chip. I'm so sorry, Dale. I'm so sorry, Gadget. Yeah, it's because Rangers are worth more.
I don't want to hear anything about the bag over the dude's head anymore.
Right.
I mean, you named your victims.
Name them. They're Disney characters.
TM.
Not the D word. Not
What?
the D word. Not allowed
Oh,
to say the D
shit.
word. Screw it now.
Arcana
There
trolls
goes our-
here.
there goes
They're
our
here to take
fortune.
me away.
Oh gosh, I guess you're coming with us.
Down to the tunnel canoe.
You hear the sound of 1D100 lawyers being summoned.
Yuck, yuck, you're fucked.
What's the saving throw versus cease and desist? Qui-Gon, take me away. Nice.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, hell.
Nice.
So, am I free to go? Which article you guys want me to write first?
Tell them we're awesome. No, I'm just kidding.
No, don't tell.
No,
Don't
don't
keep
talk-
our
don't talk
Don't
about
involve
our
us.
names out of your mouth.
Yeah, we gotta pretty much keep these stories believable, guys.
All right. Well,
I mean, I have some integrity
Where'd
sure.
you leave it?
at home with my big fucking pile of gold.
Yeah, your integrity ran down your legs. Just like the best bit of you ran down your father's leg.
Well, let me make you unconscious a couple times and see how you hold your fluids.
Well, that's fair.
Right. Got nothing.
Who hasn't taken a ride on the old death save carousel, am I right?
Yeah,
Am I free to go?
guess.
No, but our rates are negotiable, you prick.
Yeah, I don't have any more questions. I'm good. Let him go.
Slinks his way out of Fernley Apothecary. The rumbling continues outside, and you guys see the mesa closing.
We can't
Check the
stop
arcane
this.
mark.
We can't stop this, can we?
Way too late.
Yeah.
We could get to the top of it, maybe.
And just be outside of it.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I just mean as far as like options. That's all.
Heading out of the apothecary, you guys go to head down, having an idea of maybe we can make it to the top. Begin to make your way down to the main town square where the lift is, and that is when you hear a large crack as the lift is starting to be enclosed in stone. The hole where the lift is seals.
We're locking down the whole city.
Alarms are going on throughout the city. Here. Doors begin to close, the alarms go off, Freeport is being sealed off, people are running as bits of the lift begin to collapse.
Are people like getting underneath? Like, are people getting crushed by like falling debris?
Can we go and help?
It is
Yeah.
late enough at night that there aren't a lot of people in the street nor in the main circle itself. Let's take away that and let's take away
Mm-hmm.
here and just go to the
I'm
general
gonna write Viper
town
Cloak
map.
on my character sheet before I forget. I already forgot to do it.
So as you're looking around, most of the this here that's the wrong thing. Right here is where the main
I already
lift
have
is.
a Viper's cape.
The stone that is falling from
Should.
the lift. Yeah, you had one that you guys had found on the husk a while ago.
Okay.
The lift itself has been enclosed and bits of stone have fallen, but most of it has fallen around the lift area itself, which is fenced off, so people aren't getting crushed by that, but people are yelling, screaming, running home, running to their inns. There are a lot of people who have been displaced here as the Zeppelins have not been running. The southeast opening is now coming down and about to meet the sea, closing off the port as well. Where are you guys gonna go?
I think I'm gonna go home and take a nap.
Yeah, I
honestly.
don't.
I'm just.
If-
no.
What time of day is it right now?
It was just after nightfall when you guys knocked Travis out, so we'll say a couple hours have passed. So if we were to put it into human time, we'll say it's about 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
The vampires are taking over. The vampires are taking over the goddamn city.
It said tonight testing begins. Darkness or darkened skies.
Yeah.
Testing begins.
I mean,
More.
oh,
So we need to get to Strimps? Warehouse 80.
Probably.
Warehouse 88.
Strix?
Warehouse
Yeah.
88. Right.
Yeah.
Strix.
Yeah, I was
probably.
thinking that. Yeah.
We have fresh intel, and I think we should go kill vampires as a player. I think, like, okay, we leveled. Let's go get the gear for the job. Get our glow sticks, our garlic
Here.
underwear. What
Mhm.
Yep.
tidy
Get the Frog
bulbs.
Brothers on the phone.
Yeah, for real.
Flaming silver whip.
Super soaker full of holy water.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Off, you guys arrive at warehouse 88. The doors immediately swing open as you guys approach, and you guys make it up to Strix's office, where both him and Quince seem to be getting gear ready in bags.
You're not leaving, are you?
No, we got work to do, just like you guys do.
Yeah, I think Oswald just like kind of quietly like nods and just like starts going through the gear and finding out what can be used.
They hand over, and he hands over a couple of bags to stakes. If you can find them while they're sleeping, it'll keep them in place. Don't pull it out or they'll come after you. Light, it's your friend. If you make it real, radiant, sun, sky, anything like that, that's the only way to keep them down. You might think they're dead, but they'll come back. Gotta find a way to get the light back.
Keep burning them. Got it.
I got half an idea. No, just kidding. I have no idea. I have like half a stupid idea, but I'm keeping it to myself until maybe it's smarter.
I got one thing me and Quince were working on. Hands off a piece of, it looks like one of the arc sticks that you guys were using to, or that were being used to blow things up. However, it's got a bluish hue to it. Get close to the cube. This will shut down the golems at least for a good 10 minutes. It'll get you time to get into the cube.
Oswald takes that.
Cool.
We're heading up to the Citadel, or to the vault. We're heading to the vault. I got enough of a map where you guys were. We're going to see if we can't find the Domo and put the prick underground and keep them there. You guys see if you can find what's causing the light. Shut it down.
Sir.
Yep. Oh, so
Okay,
gear up, hand bags out, hand a bag to Rasan, hand a bag to
Actually-
somebody else that can carry on. It's, I guess.
I benefit
Oswald
from
carry
clear
too.
direction.
Right. I like to know where my back. Well, I like to know where the edges are. Right. I like to know where the edges are and then have free reign within there. So this
Thank
is
you.
great.
The autonomy is appreciated. We'll
Yeah.
adapt and improvise on the fly.
I wrote it down on my inventory as Arcanatrol EMP.
I'm going to take a level in project management.
Project management?
Yep. That makes 3.
As soon as you add that level, that drops you down 2 levels. You lose a couple cleric levels.
Good thing I wasn't a cleric.
No,
Seriously. Now you're
clerical
working.
levels.
Oh, clerk?
Yeah.
Clerking ain't easy.
Yeah, so like
Up to the
I go into
holy
my
crap.
closet and I open up my crate that has my special automatic drum feed shotgun full of like garlic rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excellent. Where'd you buy those?
Another
It
game.
was just I just had it laying around. I just had it laying around.
I send in box tops.
Yeah, yeah. Green
Do
stain.
we get our Boba Fett now?
Boba Fett?
My where?
Oh yeah. Box
Um,
nice.
My bandolier of vials of holy water that I just have
Cap to carry.
at my
Yeah.
house, just in case.
Yeah. Do they have? Do you have any? Do they have any holy water?
They do have some holy water.
Can Norv make water holy water, or does that take special cleric levels?
It's hard because you stab it and the water just collapses back where the knife was. So like it's really tough to do that.
You got to be really
Yeah.
fast. So maybe Roxana has to do it.
You're going
Yeah.
about it all wrong. You just need to boil the hell out of it.
Are the bubbles considered like holes?
But bump.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm working with what I got here. You know, we're just distilling the possibilities.
And I know stream,
jokes.
stand up straight. I'm working on it. But I like just seeing just my nose just like this. I think it's funny.
Oh yeah. So let's just sharpen
That's
the
right.
ends of torches. Too. The cube.
Yeah. For everybody playing at home to see.
Whee! Gotta zoom in.
A lifetime supply of turtle wax. Make your next turtle character shiny.
The main door to the cube is what stands in front of you.
Is there a
No.
back door?
No, there's only a single door,
It's
as
just the one.
explained about the cube. Yep,
Back
there's
door,
only
huh?
One door.
Good idea.
There's no back door.
Back door.
But there's like a gap that you can't see to the left of the door, and if you run as fast as you can at it, you can like slip through. You can phase through it.
Yeah.
Like I read about this
Speedrunners.
stuff.
Wait,
you
what?
The speed run into it, so just try it out.
I think somebody fast should try.
We'll get kicked off the server if we use wall
You go
hacks.
fuck yourself too.
There don't seem to be any guards outside of the cube right now, as most of the Arcana Troll golems can be seen moving about Deeproot and making sure that everything is being taken care of for those who pay the Arcana Troll bills.
So, Oswald obviously doesn't think about cameras, but is there any reason to believe that the outside or this area is surveilled? Like, do they always know when somebody's at the door? That kind of thing.
Usually when Dolly Filetto approaches the door, it automatically opens. It's, again, the cube. The only person who goes in is Dolly Filetto outside
right,
of golems.
Okay. Right.
It's golems and Dolly, and that's about
Well,
it.
okay. Well, here we
Say
go. I
Dolly
guess
Filetto,
We're
I
gonna
hear
go
Donnie
check this
Fellatio.
door out.
That is where we're going to take our second break right before we open up the door. Back in 22. Let's give us 8 minutes. We'll be back at 11:30. We appreciate you all sticking with us. We'll be back in a few moments. initiative. Ignore that. We're back, everybody.
What?
Well, I thought we almost, invented a new type of porn.
Oh!
tied, up, tied off.
I definitely don't want to
No.
talk about what we were
No.
doing on our break now. So how was your break, folks?
Kids, ask your mother
That
about
is
it.
fine.
We
Okay,
have
ask
such
your mother about
sights
it.
to show you.
All right. So there you guys stand outside of
Morality.
the cube with Oswald about to open the door. Open the door.
Shabam. The door is open. So you were able to just open the door?
Yes.
Okay, that's not
I gotta
good.
fix something. I got
goodness.
back up.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm putting myself back DM. You gotta fix something.
Hold up. These guys
Because I
got
can
red
just
quarters.
move. I can just fly around the map like Peter Pan in Neverland.
This guy's vertically challenged.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
They call him
Yeah.
Johnny Shortballs.
That one's quite limber.
His contributions are often overlooked.
Ooh, that one's hideous.
And as soon as the door is open, you make out 3 of those bearing golems, much just like the one that you had fought in the caverns below the vault.
All right, I think I figured out what this grenade is for.
Yeah, let's hope it works.
Well, didn't he give us something that would disable the golems for 10
Well,
minutes?
That's
We're
a good
gonna-
idea.
We're gonna find out.
That sounds like a good
Awesome.
idea.
Alright, awesome. We don't want to stand there and fight them. One of us, almost took us out.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
I don't-
definitely
Awesome.
do what needs to be done to chuck the thing there.
Oswald, you set it off, and the 4 bearing golems fall to the ground in a pile of small silvery berries. Set yourselves up just inside the doorway in what will be your marching direction as you guys go further into the cube.
We're gonna get attacked by Orlando Bloom on a pirate ship.
Might happen.
Could be worse.
Yeah, I want to be.
Could be Ron Perlman. The pirate ship. Still fun, less sexy.
Less sexy, but
Hold on one second, Rasan. They
Oh.
get themselves in the beginning of the doorway, not you
Yeah.
running 60 feet in front.
Yeah, here. Let me get myself there. That's.
you can't help
Did
it
we-
fast.
Did the grenade really disperse them? Are they like
They're just piles of
Discombobulated?
bearings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
they're
touch 'em,
completely discombobulated at this point.
for how
Being
long though?
disconnected. We'll see. 10 minutes, I think you said, right?
I could summon a wave that would push them. Good waves.
Maybe right.
Save your magic.
Yeah.
All right. For now.
I mean, chances are we'll be dead.
Up ahead.
We won't be
Watch
going
these
back
things
to the
pull
store
themselves
anyway.
together.
Up ahead,
die
you guys
before I get to
see
camp.
a very large brazier, which is shooting light up into the ceiling above. Probably what is producing the light that is shooting out of the cube outside, which
I go trip over the power cable.
It's also a handful
is
of
there is no
bearings.
power cable. You
Wait,
could
is it
if you wanna
fire?
pick up some bearings. It doesn't appear
Yeah,
to be
pick up some
fire.
of the
Like I said,
bearings.
it's a column of light coming out of what appears to be a brazier.
So the thing that's creating it is below somewhere.
Correct. Most probably.
Well, let's definitely
you
go
can
check
see.
it out. I don't know how far I can get, but it's going to be like a stealth, at least to here.
Everybody's running around crazy.
Everybody move.
Oh, look.
Something else. 2 is something else.
Oh, it's a sinuous, big, ugly. What the hell?
And then there's ponderous one too.
As you guys approach, you find
There's 3.
more golems that do not appear to be moving at the current moment. They seem like they have been taken out as well. But these ones aren't just formed of metal, they are also formed of flesh, with very large canisters of some type of bubbling fluid pumping in and out of their bodies, if you want to call them that.
They're full
do
of
not-
Mountain Dew Red.
But they do not seem to be functional at this point. If maybe that grenade took care of it. Not a grenade, but
Device, whatever it is.
So we're heading
arcane-
downstairs,
the
right?
arcane trap.
I think, unless Oswald's going to check out the thing just to confirm player assumptions.
As you get close to it, you can feel the warmth coming off of the light that is emanating from it and going up into the roof. There is a set of stairs on the south that goes down, and a set of stairs on the north that go up.
Can we the shaft when we look up the shaft of light? Is there space around the outer edge where we can see the levels above?
Actually, looking up, it looks like there's actually like a large glass bowl that hangs down into the room, and where the light is hitting it, it is causing like a reflection that you can't see past that glass. But it seems like it may be focusing up into the next.
What happens if we break that?
Do we have that arc?
I think Oswald says that aloud because he doesn't know.
Too bad we don't have an implosion.
Yeah, but we may have. I have a flash stick, but that was just a flash of light.
Well, I mean,
Fireball.
if it's a delicate instrument, then
Right,
maybe
we
it
could just
was
we could
hit it with
just
something
smash
heavy.
it.
Too bad I don't
Shatter.
shatter. Metal wizard though. Yeah.
The
I'm
druid
just
have
a
shatter.
Cleric, I'm not a wizard.
What I have is the means of putting out the fire below.
Okay.
Should it be quenchable?
Okay, so basically, we see this thing. We realize we might be able to interfere with it by destroying it. We don't see how to do that, so let's go down.
Heading down the stairs.
there-
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I was just making noises until maybe I had a different idea. I could be doing that right now, but instead, I'm choosing to say, "Hey, let's go downstairs."
You think downstairs is the way to go?
Well,
Whoa,
where
whoa,
the
whoa.
fire can be put out. I mean, if this
Yeah.
is the thing is like I see this thing as like a more. It's right now at this part, it's radiating more heat than light. But if it's actually lit by something, then I stand a chance of being able to put the fire out.
Did you, Tyler? Did you have an idea?
No,
Okay.
other than try to find something to just throw into it,
I have
beyond
half a
just
plan.
grasp at anything. Yeah. I don't.
Well, yeah, we're
that-
looking for a way
that's
to
like a quarter
disable
plan.
it.
That,
Yeah.
to me,
Yeah,
that's a
so-
quarter plan.
I think unless we see something obvious, I think
No,
the only thing is to check what's down.
Nope,
Yeah.
I don't have.
Heading,
To me, that's half a plan. Going downstairs is half a plan because the other half is find out what's down there.
heading down the stairs, you guys come into a large 25 foot by 25 foot room where the light appears to be coming, or where you would assume the light is coming from. You see a pipe that goes out and off into the wall. There's a door next to it and a long hallway. Looking down that hallway, you see a door, but the pipe seems to be running alongside that wall. The light may possibly be pipe.
Yeah.
I
No,
am
that's
going
pretty
to-
obvious. Yeah.
So
Oh,
should
the
we
pipe.
be sneaking something?
Yeah, the below cube map. It just
Ah.
came up.
Okay. Ah, there we go.
What the fuck, dark Enochian sigils is this?
I think it just takes. It's taking a minute.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I'm gonna take a screeny, post it in the Discord.
Somebody moved their character all over the place. So
I can zoom in and see who that was. It was Norv.
Yeah, it was, monkeying around. Sorry. Not sorry.
How does that look for party marching order from front to back, the north being the front?
I like where I am. I don't know if,
I'd actually
Tom
want
wants
to swap with Tarek so I can
I'd
see
be fine
over
with that.
Tarek.
I'd be fine with that. And then, do we need light down here, or is this lit?
It is lit. There are torches.
There's
or-
literally a
or-
pipe of light being piped through.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, Tyler. Sure.
We're in light pipe.
Yep. I'm following. I'm following the plot. Oh, I'm on the other page of the script. Hold on. Shh. Okay, damn. I'm ready.
Back. Go back.
Just there's no script. I was making a joke.
Yeah, I think Oswald.
Somebody actually just say go back, go back.
I think the party is being manipulated by the dungeon.
Yeah, I'm just moving you guys up ahead.
Do it.
Up ahead, you come to a large wooden door. Smell of thick incense coming from the other side of the door. The pipe runs right through the wall next to it.
I crouch and then I open the door.
Opening the door,
Oh,
you
the
see
crouching
a
door
room
technique.
with 2 altars and a coffin inside. Light flickers about this room. Coffin partially cracked open as you see shadows dance about the walls.
Of all the things that I thought would have been down in the basement of the cube, I never thought it would have been this. In my wildest night dreams.
The wildest what dreams?
Yeah, I just thought it was just like you know, the scene in Indiana Jones where it's all the forbidden artifacts. That's what I assumed was in here, not just like vampire graves and shit. This is worse. That's fun. Oh no.
Join us. The shadows seem to speak as they dance about the room.
Get wrecked.
Ready to get wrecked, son.
You had me at shadows.
Right?
I'm a delight.
It does radiant damage.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing.
Yeah, we got radiant damage.
I'm a laser druid. Oh my god. I just realized that.
You're a laser druid, I'm a laser cleric. We're good. We got radiant and fire damage.
Nice.
So
Yeah, I
this
got-
definitely looks
I got
like the
some
wrong
fire
way,
damage.
though, right?
Yes.
Get some garlic damage.
I have a couple different types of damage. Something should
Something
work.
got broke.
Savored enemy. What got
This-
broke?
Oh, nothing. I fixed it. I fixed it. Now I gotta send it over. real
Yes,
quick
yes,
to
Kevin. This
Oswald.
is like not where the light's coming from.
No. But he said that it was coming from below.
Right.
DM said the light was coming
Yes.
from below.
Yeah,
Like
yes, I did.
it's being focused through a crystal, so it's being generated below.
The
Yeah,
pipe-
either it's burning, but
The pipe was running along the hallway that you guys walked into, and then you can see it running along the southern wall, just where Oswald can, in that direction there. It heads off in that direction, but you don't see a door over there, or at least you're not aware of it. at the
Right.
moment. Oswald, you go to turn back to tell everybody what you can see now that you're in the room, and as you turn to the right, you see the shadows begin to coalesce
You got it.
into a face that you somewhat recognize. It looks a little bit different than the last time you saw it. Going to send over.
Shadows
Picture.
dancing upon the wall. Oh yeah.
Everybody.
Godric
Ah,
evolved.
Ew.
Should have let me rest.
that's a hard pass. No.
Godric?
Yeah,
I'm just
definitely,
I'm just hooked. Godric?
And
What do you mean?
We're going to first.
Oh, we're initiating some action. I seriously rolled a 9.
I rolled a 1. Okay.
I can't
Okay.
do 1.
I'm gonna burn some of this inspiration. I've been stockpiling.
Mm.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
I'm gonna send everybody one because I just accidentally clicked the wrong button, so everybody gets it.
Yeah, I love the wrong button.
Yay! We got a short rest.
I
It's so much
object.
better.
My
I
roll is
request
worse.
representation.
Wait, no, my roll
Yeah.
is better. What the hell's going on there?
As your lawyer, I advise you to eat 2 of those blue mushrooms.
Oh, I mean, I did roll
Whatever
higher,
you say,
but
Counsel.
yeah, Oz.
Like, yay! Oh.
Right. And then I go, don't worry, big guy. I'll go in
That's
and
okay, they rolled a 1.
I'll be
Tarek,
stupefied.
you see
I heard.
Godric dive out from behind the corner of the door at Oswald, his skin pale, as he tries to take a swipe at his throat.
I
Should have kept your nose above ground, Tarek. This was mine.
I'm like stupefied. I'm like completely
Yeah.
stupefied. I may choose to do absolutely nothing this round.
Start initiative with Rasan. However, it is going on midnight. Do you guys want to go into this combat, or do you want to start out next episode with this combat? A
Okay,
lot
we're
of
starting
role
the
playing
next one.
tonight, but it is midnight, so
Yeah. Because combat can go on for a long time, depending. on
Yeah,
Go on for
yeah.
How many
long
stages
time.
Probably
does combat
you're looking
have
at
and
least
shit?
45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
yeah. So this is where we're gonna pick up. Godric just appeared out of the shadows to no longer be himself. After the party found out that he had been taken possibly by Mutt's people, from what was understood.
He did it
And,
on purpose, man.
Thank you very
He
much. Have a
wanted
good
it
night.
done.
And
Night, Ned.
Good night.
we will be seeing you guys in 2 weeks. In 4 days, we will have more of Low Talk, which is
Low talk of the hill people.
Every single time.
Low Talk, Legends of the Old Kingdoms, Wednesdays, 8 o'clock. We're going into episode 8. Everything changed last session, and now they will get some personal time with the Prince Regent and find out what he's really all about when he's not giving speeches. Because they were impressed by the speech, but they're on a quest to find if those in charge are worth their time.
It was a good speech. It was an impressive speech.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, we will see you for that soon. Thank you again for joining us on the Heathen Cantina. Pretty role-playing heavy show, but we had some torture, we had some story reveal, we got
All
to
the
hang out
essentials.
with
All
Got
the
the red on our
role-playing
ledger,
we got to have some breakfast with Norv's mom. We found
which was
out-
more awkward than the torture.
We found out about Norv's dad, but nobody's filled in Norv yet.
Nope.
But
They-
somebody was filling in Norv's mom. Oh my god.
Zing.
I like the
And
fact
with
that you guys
that-
are like dancing around that, and not telling him.
Dancing around it. We're stepping in it.
Well, you
All right.
haven't like. I like the fact that you're just not telling me about
I
it.
can't.
No,
Like I can't.
Why would we?
I
That's
can't.
just too weird, man. This
I
has to go
can't.
on for like 5 more episodes before you find out.
Yeah, not yet. I gotta find the right time to tell you.
We don't know how to pull up those emotional tent stakes. We love you too much.
When I finally snatch,
Your mom
get
gives
ready
it
to
up for
drop him off the
Jesus.
top of the mesa, after like the big climactic fight,
Yeah, it's
It's
a
your dad, what?
it's a tent revival, all right.
With that, we're going to say goodnight, and we'll talk to y'all soon.